Well, here we go. Guys, it's time to get this going. Let's do it.
Woo!
Distance nerding.
Okay.
As Phil runs out of air.
That is, ladies and gentlemen, it's Tuesday. You guys know what that means. You are now watching and listening and experiencing Distance Nerding, part of the Comic-Con Radio podcast family. Oh, guys, are we ready to do this?
Say Wong, he's off getting us coffee right now.
No. Well, she's Frey Girl.
He's Cam Cosplay.
Liam, right?
SHD.
Liam, whatever.
Okay.
Sidhu.
Sidhu.
And he's young Phil.
And we're here to nerd
To make
together.
Together.
That said it. All right, there we go. Nailed it for the 134th time in a row. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, we're here talking to anything pop culture, news, movies, music, food, wrestling, comics, whatever you're nerding out on. We want to talk about it. Yeah, that's right. Now, guys, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Discord, OnlyFans, all at Distance Nerding. And of course, you can send us an email at everybody's favorite place to send emails. That is Dist. And it's nerding at AOL.com. It gets longer every single time, right?
It does. It does, and I enjoy it every single time.
Eventually, the whole show will be that.
The entire show is going to be like, I'm going to say Dist, and then an hour later, ends.
Yeah.
And it's going to stay on that screen. People are going to think that it froze.
Yeah.
You
They're
do
gonna be
it,
like, what the
And
heck?
then we do the show, and then you finish it.
Exactly.
Right.
Oh my God. Okay, that's a joke that will fly over everyone's head. But we need to do that.
Oh, yeah. That would be funny.
You heard it here first.
Okay, I see Anna. I see Anna Bull in the chat. That's not Anna without an H, is it?
No, that's my friend.
Okay, I was gonna say. Oh, that's right. We met somebody at Silver Age this weekend. This joke, we couldn't hear her when she was telling us her name.
Mhm.
So we were like, Hannah? Is it Hannah? And she was like, no, Anna. And we're like, oh, with no H. Okay, so for like the rest of the show. Anna with no H.
That's my friend who's going to be the co-host of the Batman party.
No, that's right. The Harley Quinn.
Yes.
The Harlequin. Well, guys, let's get into this. This week on deck, we've got the Geekend Update. Nothing
Am I
there.
doing it?
I was going to say nothing there. So let's go right into lights, camera, reaction.
We're getting twisted.
Starting rumors.
Woo.
I don't know.
The
Hold on, my
MCUT
computer
being
is being
spilled.
weird. So.
The download.
Deadpool deep dive.
And I'm here for it all. And then, of course, back by popular demand, ladies and gentlemen, it's the breakdown.
The invasion is here. Breaking down Secret Invasion episode 2 and 3.
Oh, hold on. Got something for that.
Yeah.
All right. But of course, before we get into all of that,
But first,
let me get a shout out. Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about this, right? The entire show, everything that you see that is before you is brought to you by Poddex. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the episode is powered by Poddex. Poddex are a unique interview question and episode starting prompt in the palm of your hand. So if you are a new podcaster or an existing broadcaster looking to grow your audience or get more engagement, level up with Poddex and check out poddex.com. Guys, use the code NERDING10 to get 10% off your order. It is growing like crazy. People are getting Poddex like hotcakes at this point. There's so many people that are starting to start getting, like we've been getting notifications that people are starting to get Poddex, and we're all for it. We use Poddex a lot. Like you guys know, we do a lot of interviews and things like that, and Poddex is a big staple of our interview style. So
and close-up magic.
And close-up magic. You know, if you want to be a magician of some sort and kind of use the devil's bidding, which is magic, then get yourself a pod deck and
talk to Graveyard to learn how to do the close-up magic with Poddex.
Embrace that bidding. Make that deal. Make that pact.
I love Say Wong saying, "Is that a dog or a cat in the corner?"
This is my corgi.
See, there you go. It's me. I got you. I'm on it.
Now, of course, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about what powers young Phil, because we all know Poddex powers the show, but what powers
Phil, what powers you?
What powers me? I'm going to tell you right now, ladies and gentlemen, I am powered by Dubby. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Dubby is an emerging brand of energy drinks created to help focus, concentration, reaction time with no jitters or crash. Dubby contains no maltodextrin, no sugars, no fillers, no artificial colors or dyes. And guess what? It's keto friendly. Now, guys.
No way.
Exactly, right? Keto. All right. Dubby contains Neurofactor, a neurotropic derived from the coffee fruit. Now, Neurofactor helps give your brain focus and clarity, while 150 milligrams of caffeine and 3 essential B vitamins, that's right, 3 essential B vitamins, help you stay alert and energized. Guys, find out more about the Dubby lifestyle and the Dubby deliciousness over at www.dubby.gg. Use the code NERDING10 and get 10% off your order. It is worth it. You're going to love the way it tastes. I guarantee it.
It is amazing. It is delicious.
It is so good.
Shut up and take my money.
All right. So,
which, Phil, did you hear that Kyber Cave just got sponsored by Dubby?
Oh, I did. Kyber Cave is now sponsored by Dubby, guys. So we're all getting out there with the Dubby life, you know. So I got to ask you guys this. I've got a wonderful rotation of flavors. Actually, I'll go right there so you guys can see it. You see all my little.
Oh, I got a little.
Oh, you have a carousel or a lazy
Susan.
Dude,
yeah, I was gonna say, or a lazy Susan, if you will.
Yeah,
lazy Susan.
So I heard Dub Sludge.
Or
go ahead and
more energized Susan.
Here. I'm gonna use Bob Ross. I'm gonna move Bob Ross Deadpool here.
Okay.
Move him out of the way. Grab the Dub Sludge here. What flavor should I combine with the Dub Sludge, though?
The orange dreamsicle-y thing.
Okay, let's do that. Ooh. So there we go. We're going to do that. I've got my mason jar of dreams here.
That's a bad sign. No.
Yeah, I know, right? You get to see me mix it today, right? So I'm going to do right here. I know.
You're getting
James's favorite part's coming up.
Oh, no.
I don't know if
you were getting the cookie video with this.
Fly out. All right, there we go. James's favorite part, the ASMR part, where I lick my fingers.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, so 1 scoop of that right here, and we're gonna go 1 scoop of the orange dreamsicle.
Yeah.
Now my hands are covered in the Dubby, if you can see it there.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, Phil, which one was the flavor that you did not have at Gym State?
The orange dreamsicle wasn't out yet, so that
okay. So yeah, I've had them all combined minus that one.
Oh, so you had like a Dubby suicide?
Yep.
It's actually really good.
A dub
That's
side
cool.
is delicious.
A dub side.
Dub side.
I love
nice.
that needs to be a new thing. A drink. So just add a little vodka to it and call it dub side, and there you go.
It's a dubicide.
Dub side.
That's better. That's better.
Bartender skills. You pour the fizzy water on the spoon, and it doesn't trickle like crazy.
Ooh, look at
Or
that.
you do it at an angle and it won't do it at all.
That's sexy, man.
Only you and my wife have ever called me sexy. So
I'm honored. Thank you.
and when I say ever, I mean ever. All right, back up to me. Let's go ahead and mix this right here. And while we're doing that, it's another one of Frey's favorite segments here. Gentlemen, it is now time for the Geek
Update. 15 minutes later.
What about Twitter? That sounds like a Twitter thing, isn't it? Just
Twitter.
well, we don't tweet.
What's Twitter?
We thread around here now, okay?
Yeah. A whole lot of threading
we,
going on.
Did we make the Beard of Thread account?
We haven't made a Beard or Thread account yet. We need to do that.
Yeah.
We need to do that.
You know what's funny is I told Jackie last night that I've been threading, and she goes, "Oh my God, you're doing that?" I was like, "Yeah." Jackie,
Yeah, I put myself on there. I have yet to actually put a thread out. I have, reposted or whatever they're calling it.
Yeah.
you see what our first thread was?
No.
We're on Threads. Rumspringer.
Oh man, I liked it because like everybody that you follow, like as soon as they get on,
Yes.
you just automatically follow them. So that's so cool.
Well, the other big thing to me is it already feels way less toxic than Twitter did.
Oh look, we summoned a James.
Oh, we summoned James is like, what the thread?
No.
We didn't even have to say anything about the Rock.
The finger licking.
wait, guys. Just since James is here, The Rock is canceled.
The Rock is canceled.
The Rock's been doxxed.
The Rock.
The Rock has been smashed.
All right, guys. So let's get into this. Right, Distance Nerding is now on Comic-Con Radio, guys. Listen to Distance Nerding and our second show, A Comic Conversation, via ComicConRadio.com. Look for the Distance Nerding podcast, including this episode, and a new comic conversation each week on ComicCon-Radio.com/podcasts. I think somebody probably should put that in the chat, and by somebody I mean me.
Somebody with that power.
Yes.
Somebody with the power.
Of Grayskull.
Of Grayskull. Yes, exactly. So that right there. So guys, check it out. It's definitely worth it. We've got a lot of friends of the show on there. Of course, Geek Saga. They only pod at they mostly pod at night. Mostly.
You have a sound bite.
They mostly
pod
at night. Mostly.
There we go. Of course, comics podcast, who were on a couple weeks ago on the show a couple weeks ago. There's a whole bunch of different podcasts that you can check out there. So guys, head over there and support all of our friends as well as supporting us. Now, guys, got to tell you about our weekend here, about the fun stuff that we got into. Because, ladies and gentlemen, we just got back from Silver Age Comic-Con, and it was amazeballs. Oh man, let me tell you guys right now. So we ended up having an interview with Jasmeet Bhadwalia. The dude was super cool. I did not realize that he was from Reno.
Oh, that's cool.
And so he talked about he talked about like being an actor from Reno and how he became an actor. And it was funny because there was this kid in the next panel that he was like, how do I become an actor? Even though I live in Reno, and I went to the side, like off to the side, and like after he finished his part of the Q&A, walked up to him to the side and said, "Hey man, go over to the back and go talk to Jasmeet. He's from Reno and he went to a bunch of acting schools here in Reno." He goes, "There's acting schools in Reno?" And I was like, "Yeah." Go,
The
go
more
talk
you know.
I know. I was like, go to Jasmeet, and he's sitting in the back right next to our booth. Go talk to him, and he can tell you about that. If it's something that you really want to get into. And he was like, "Oh my god, that's so cool!" And like immediately left the panel. I was like, "Well, finish the panel, man!" But like, yeah, left the panel and went to go talk to Jasmeet. So I mean, like that was
that's funny.
And again, Jazz was like one of the coolest dudes, right? Now, behind the screen, we talked with Nancy Ann Ritter and Leonora Schifo, and they were awesome. They were they had a really dark sense of humor. I mean, you have to when you're in horror movies, but like like they felt like they felt like they were stifled a little bit because they couldn't like really talk the way they wanted to on stage because it was like, we got to be family friendly. We got to be family friendly.
You got to get them on the show.
Okay, we got to feel friendly.
Oh no. And I told Nancy, I was like, "Hey, if you want to go uncensored, come on the show." She goes, "Done." So
sweet.
At some point, Nancy Ann's going to be coming on the show. And I invited Leonora as well. Of course, we had a couple of panels that ended up being like dual guests, right? So aside from like a Scream one, but like they were kind of like, kind of mashed together, but they ended up working really well.
Like complimenting each other and everything?
Almost. It ended up not being what the promoters intended them to be, but they ended up being really good on, like in another way.
Oh, okay.
Right. So we had one called Talking Anime in America. Jackie Lastra, who friend of the pod, she's been in all kinds of anime. She was in Hunter x Hunter, One Punch Man, Pokemon. She was a gym leader in Pokemon, Demon Slayer, stuff like that. And Gray Delisle, who is more on the traditional anime side. The only thing that she's really done that's considered anime was like more anime adjacent, and that's Avatar. But what ended up happening is it ended up, instead of being like, "Oh, this is supposed to be an anime," it ended up being, "Well, let's have a conversation about voice acting in general." Right.
Oh, that's cool.
And Jackie, who I warned her like 3-4 weeks before the show that you're going to be on stage with Greta Lyle, she kind of freaked out a little bit because she looks up to Greta Lyle. Anybody in the acting business, there's certain names that Greta Lyle is one of those big names. And they ended up bonding, and it was kind of funny because like they would have like little side conversations and they'd be on mic, so it'd be like super fun to like just hear them talk to each other about voice acting, and Gray just telling Jackie how she can expand her portfolio and giving her tips and things like that on stage. Like it was super cool. Right. But also like, kind of because I knew that Jackie was a little bit nervous being on stage with Gray. So just trying to ease it up a little bit. I'm just like cracking jokes about her being nervous, and it kind of eased her up a little bit.
Oh, that's good.
Because it was, I'd make jokes about it. So Jackie, you starstruck right now, just sitting right next to Gray, or what's up? And she's like, "Oh my God, yes." So it was a really good conversation, right? And then like, same thing, like they both bonded over the fact that they're both Latino American actresses in the voice acting community. I didn't realize that both of them were Hispanic. So Gray's half Mexican and Jackie's Cuban. So I
oh wow.
So there was that right there. The next interview after that was with Raymond Benson, who was the author of he's done like a whole bunch of James Bond books. And again, like that. And that was the big thing that James was nervous about, was that, okay, this is a guy who's written a bunch of books, but we don't know how much we can like really talk on this. And the guy was really interesting. Like he really talked about just writing in general, and he gave like a little mini workshop on writing and things like that, but then mostly just talked about the world of getting into novelizations and James Bond, and he's also done like a lot of video game novelizations, so it's actually really cool to talk to him. After that, they did they had us do one called Predator Meets Andor. It was Brian A. Prince who played the Predator in 2018 movie, and David Chung, who's like been in every Star Wars and Marvel movie as an action actor, right? And the conversation they ended up having what ended up being about action acting, right? About being stunt actors, you know, and then they bonded over like both of them being in Marvel movies and stuff like that, like because Brian's been in like Black Panther and Civil War and stuff like that. So, you know, they ended up having these conversations. And again, like, you know, we're just sitting there just like flies on the wall, hearing these two guys talk about like, oh yeah, you know, when you do this kind of stunt, or yeah, well, when you do this, you know, and stuff like that. So like it was really cool to see that. And then Patriot Games, the last interview we did was with AJ Buckley, who was in CSI New York, Navy SEALs. He was in Rush Hour, Blue Blood, TMNT, Wolverine and the X-Men, Supernatural. Yeah. He actually talked about Supernatural and like some of the stuff that he did with Supernatural. And Red Brown, who was the Captain America from the 70s, right? And it turned out that AJ looked up to Reb, like coming up as an actor, and knew a lot of his work. So like, you know, he was just like, you know, dude, like, you know, you paved the way for a lot of the things that I did, and they kind of like bonded over a lot of things and whatnot. So like, it was just
that's cool,
really, right? You know, and just we caught all of this on mic. So I mean, again, these will be coming out eventually on Comic Conversation. If you guys
I'll have to check those out,
right? If you guys,
that's amazing.
For Age Comic Con.
That's
once I get it edited and put up and everything, we're gonna have those conversations on Comic Conversation. So be on the lookout for that.
Well, I wasn't invited.
You're all invited. You just have to find your
so Phil, we need to talk to Dave about putting our tables next to each other for Gym State. Having our tables just right next to each other.
Right. That, I mean, again, fun stuff, and then you can drink as much W as you want.
Exactly.
That's why he wanted it. It's not you. He wants the W.
I don't care about you.
I want the W.
No, I want to hang out with Tyler.
That's another thing right there, right? Speaking of Tyler, Tater 88, get on the stream. I'm just if you just pop up in the chat right now, I was like, I've been here the whole time, asshole.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, so next show that we got going on, guys, August 12th and 13th in Medford, Oregon. We've got Anna Medford coming up. So again, we're going to be talking with Jackie Lastra again. We've got 2 interviews with her. Specifically, she's going to be doing a solo one, plus she's going to be doing one with Michelle Marie, who is also in Demon Slayer, and they're going to be doing a Demon Slayer panel on day 2. Elise Bauman is going to be there, who is Pan from Dragon Ball GT. Rick Robertson, who played Deborah in Dragon Ball Z, and of course, also friend of the show, Peter Kalamis, who played Goku in the original. They're going to be doing a panel on day 2. Marie Westbrook, who was Dorio in Cyberpunk Edge Runners, she's going to be there. So, I mean, you know, we're going to have a whole bunch of fun. There's a whole bunch of anime voice actors that are going to be there. It definitely feels like it's a lot grander than it was last year. Way more panels, way more things going on, and there's a lot of performances and stuff that are going to be happening. So it's going to be a fun time, guys. If you can make your way out to Medford, Oregon on August 12th and the 13th, or one day or both, make your way up there, and it's going to be a good time, guys, because we always have a bunch of fun. We make sure that everybody there is having a whole bunch of fun, and we just keep the party going, guys.
Phil, did I tell you what happened during Gym State with Peter?
Oh God, no.
So we had the pizza party the day before the first day of con. So I followed him on Instagram. I'm driving to go get my friend, and on my way to get her, he followed me back, and I just about cried. Because he's such a chill dude.
Yeah. You know, I gave him a gift, right? And he like kind of freaked out a little bit, right?
Yeah, the pin. I saw that.
He was like, no, I have to pay you for this. I'm like, you're not. No, dude, it's a gift from me to you. Don't worry about it. Right?
Yeah.
Because he was just like, you know, because he was like, well, because you were gonna get it signed. I was like, I can get another one, dude. Don't worry about it. So Funko started coming out with these almost like large versions of fig pins, right? So fig pins are a whole different company on their own, but Funko started coming out with their own pins, and they have these Dragon Ball Z pins that came out, and I had a Super Saiyan Goku Funko pin that he had never seen before, and he was just kind of like, "Dude, this is really cool, man. I got to get my supplier to give me one of these, right?" And we decided, well, just take it, man. You can have it, right? And he was just like, no, I can't take this from you, man. And I was like, no, I got to give you some money for it. Like, no, take it, man. It's a gift from me to you, man. At this point, like we're not treating you like, like, oh, you're a celebrity and all this other stuff. It's like at this point, this is our second interview with you, and we're about to do 2 more with him pretty soon, like in less than a month. Like at this point, when we see him, we get excited, we have fun. He's a cool guy. It's more for us as like I don't want to go as far as to say we're friends, but like like somebody who's cool enough and is just a cool dude. Just kind of like as a friendly gesture, just take it, man. Just you can have it.
Yeah,
because I don't want to.
You're more than acquaintances, but less than actual friends.
Right.
You're in that like area.
Right. I don't want to overstep and say like he's my friend. So it's like that I'm his friend, right? But yeah, let's see. I heard Anime Expo was nuts. The videos were crazy. Just a sea of people. That's pretty much Anime Expo regularly. Yeah. So that essentially is it for our Geekend update. Why don't we start getting See,
Frank just wants to jump right in.
Yeah,
because he's excited for the first trailer.
No, you know what? I would be more excited if we had Barbie news, but we don't. So, except there's a freaking Barbie burger. It's a dream burger that has pink buns.
Barbenheimer?
Is it from Burger King?
No, it's like a exclusive grill type thing, but it's got a pink buns, and it's called the Barbie Dream Burger.
Did they put like Pepto on it or something? What
I
happened?
don't know.
And that's what's going to happen later. You're going to shit your brains out. All right.
Yeah, exactly. They probably should at this point.
It's double bubble.
I was going to say, Frank, are you going to get the Blue Beetle burger when Burger King rolls out?
Yeah, Burger King has the Blue Beetle burger. I saw that.
That's hilarious. Well, I said it was going to be Barbie Blue Beetle summer. So
right.
Triple B summer, baby.
So, guys, we got to jump right into it because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 7 trailers that we need to watch right now.
God, Lord.
Yeah. So let's get into this, guys, because we missed a lot over the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's not like a bunch of trailers just dropped today or anything.
No.
I know. I was wondering earlier. It's like, is there some sort of event going on that I don't know about or something?
Check out the Nerdington post for me posting all the trailers.
Right. So, guys, let's get right into this because it is now time for Lights, Camera, React.
Quiet on the set. Can we please have quiet on the set?
Every time I hear it, I think I need to record that for you because I can do such a better job.
we stole that.
Haven't you?
We stole that from The Miz, so don't worry. Welcome to the most must-see talk show on WWE. Welcome to Miz TV. All right, that's enough. So, guys, first trailer here. I have not watched any of these actually. Of all the 7 trailers that we have here, I've only watched one.
I've seen them all.
Which trailer did you watch, Phil?
Dune Part 2, which we'll get into that here. So, guys, brand new trailer for Blue Beetle.
I watched this trailer and I've watched Wonka probably at least 3 times today.
Well, the reason that I hold off on them is because I want to have a genuine reaction on the show.
Yeah.
So, that's the only reason that I haven't watched some of these trailers because I'm excited for all of them.
Okay, so we've blah 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 long enough. Let's do this thing. Let's go.
No.
I see this, and I want to see a Blue Beetle.
All right.
Batman is a fascist.
Okay. All right, guys. Let's do this. Tracks for a Hispanic superhero.
Well, you
Yeah.
get your Asian families and your Hispanic families, and they all do this. You got everybody lives at the house, and so everybody knows what everybody else is doing. So
Right.
you don't keep a secret from your family.
Right.
Everybody knows.
Yeah,
So-
we take care of each other. That's basically
That's
what it
right.
is.
Yeah,
When grandma pulls out a chain gun, it's because she's taking care of her grandson.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
I
you
don't
know,
know if you guys noticed at the end there is a number.
I saw that.
a number.
Like a
A
phone number.
number to text.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't see that. I guess. Did you guys see the scarab, the actual flying scarab?
Yes. Yeah.
Fly.
The
Oh
ship.
my gosh. Yeah, the ship. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. I'm so excited about that.
I'm
like-
I'm juiced for this movie. You know, I mean, like
Yes.
it's a big deal for me. You know,
My- that's my favorite hero mobile. Like that one, the scarab. That's my favorite
Scarab.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know why, but it is.
So before we get into the rating, just let everybody know August 18th. That's when the date for this. We're less than a month away at this point. We're or just a little bit over a month away at this point for this. So I mean, you know, I'm excited for this because I already like Holo Maridueña. I think he's a great actor. And him being Jaime Reyes is kind of, you know, it seems like he's taking like a slightly more mature take on Jaime. At the same time, like it still feels like there's like a little bit of that kid inside of him and everything like that. So I mean, like I'm excited to see kind of like how it goes and also where it fits in with the rest of the DC universe. Is it part of the Flash universe that's just being reset right? Is it going to move forward with
I didn't think about that.
Yeah, is it going to move forward with
I mean, I've heard that this is the start of Gunn's universe.
Gunn's universe is starting with Legacy.
Okay.
Okay. So James Gunn said that Jaime Reyes and a few other characters are actually going to make the transition into his universe, but and so Jaime Reyes is. So he's the first character, but the first live action movie is Superman Legacy. So that's the difference. Is he's gonna be in the universe?
Yeah.
So
I
we're not
couldn't
sure
remember it
if
exactly.
Yeah.
So we're not sure if like the canonicity is necessarily going to carry over, but
no, it's going to be canon. Like this movie is going to be canon.
Cool.
We don't know about the Flash, but we do know Blue Beetle is going to be canon.
Well,
Flash is the reset.
Right. It seems like
Yeah.
Flash is what's resetting the entire universe to begin with, which is okay. Like I like that. That's the way that they're kind of like resetting the universe.
Yeah.
Is that they're using this movie as the vehicle, right? So yeah, I mean, if Blue Beetle is going to be the first thing that's in this universe, again, I'm all for it. Jaime Reyes is already a great character. I like that.
Oh yeah,
using a character that isn't necessarily a tentpole character in DC. He's more of a you know of a side character, but is a badass character in his own right.
I mean, yeah, Blue Beetle has been kind of a staple for a while, but he has been in the periphery of everything for a few years now. So yeah, I love that they got this, and I really liked that Jaime was Blue Beetle. I hated that they killed Ted Kord off to get him to be Blue Beetle, but you know, that's
we don't know that Ted Kord is dead. I think because the thing is that his wife is the villain in this. So I mean, it's going to be interesting to see kind of where they go and how everything kind of plays into each other. I mean, because Ted Kord could still be there and you know be like his mentor. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
oh, yeah.
It could be
how Ant-Man was. You know.
Yeah.
So guys, I need your ratings. James already put a rating in the chat. He gave it 9 Jordan as mullets. Out of 10 Abuela hand cannons.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
All righty. Do you want me to go first, or do you want someone else?
Just so that Sid gets gets the an idea of how we do ratings around here. So, Cam, go ahead and give
Alrighty, I'm going to give it a 9.5. George Lopez's beards out of 10. Batman is a fascist.
I'm gonna go ahead and give this. We'll go with 9. I'm debating on whether I want to go 9 or 9.5. Is where I'm stuck on this. I'm gonna go with 9.5. 9.5. Psychopathic murderous scarabs out of 10. Cords trying to kill Jaime Reyes because she wants to scare her back. Shitty. What's your rating here?
I am going to give it 9 Obadiah Stane cosplayers out of 10 Blue Beetle Greatswords.
Yeah, I love it. All right.
Awesome.
Frey, what do you got?
I'm gonna give it 9 colors of neon out of 10 throwing shade at cousin Jenny.
Well, that's shade. Look.
Shade. Shade.
Shade.
So they don't get a sunburn. All right. Let's get into the next trailer here, guys. So the next trailer we got online here. Yes. Guys, but
this is it.
The only thing that I know about with this is there is a Thrawn reveal in this trailer, and I'm 1,000,000% happy that we're going to see a live action Thrawn. These teases that we get, right? Only reason I know that is because I saw a teaser for the teaser, and it showed his face on there. So I was like, "Oh, I can't wait to watch this tonight."
It's teaserception.
So
And I know that it's going to be a 2-episode premiere.
Yes.
Oh yes, so awesome. So let's get into this trailer here, guys.
Let's do this. I'm so excited.
Oh, the Imperial kettle.
So I do have questions though, because so they're fighting obviously the Republic because they're wearing the weird white shoes. We know that, right? And then I think that was Anthony Daniels, by the way.
Really?
I don't know. Yeah, he just kind of looks like him.
Return as heir to the Empire.
But so the whole stuff with Sabine and Ahsoka, she says she left her. So is that something that happens in Rebels? Because I'm not finished with it yet, and I just need to know.
At the end,
Is the very end, like she just
prevent another one.
peace out kind of thing? Okay.
Now they did confirm that this is basically a continuation of Rebels.
Okay.
Sabine looks like Sabine.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she totally does. Oh, just wait until. But so this is why Hera is giving her crap, and
so good.
And Sabine too. So like they've got some beef. So I just wanted to make sure because I'm not finished yet.
So Ezra Bridger right there, which we just saw.
And then she cut her hair, y'all.
Her hair.
Sabine's back with her hair cut.
Sometimes we have to do what's right, regardless of our personal
There's
feelings.
the mural.
I really like
the picture of Ezra Bridger as he is in the cartoon.
Right, that's what I was gonna say. I love that the mural is in the same style.
Holy shit!
Oh my god,
like him.
that's awesome. Well, it's the same guy.
I'm not here to discuss
Because I know it's the
I
same.
mean, yeah,
That place is.
yeah.
Once a rebel, always a
I
rebel.
just, I mean, seriously, I just don't. I mean, honestly, what the heck? This is just gonna be so amazing. So
exciting.
amazing. And are we gonna see Mando?
Yeah.
At this point, I don't care. Seriously, at this point, I don't care because like that looks so good. Like everything about that is
Holy
Rebels.
cow.
It is 100% the live action Rebels that those of us who are fans of Rebels, because I have come to learn that there are a lot of people on the internet because it's fucking internet. There are a lot of people on the internet that don't like Rebels. Now they're idiots, but I mean, like, you know, they are because Rebels was 100% the most faithful just those animated series were the most faithful adaptations into Star Wars and just diving into all that lore that is, you know, Star Wars. Like Rebels did it so well, you know. Yeah, I like okay. I was listening to an interview with Freddie Prinze Jr. and he, you know, he turned us down when we offered him to come on the show because he thought we were a Star Wars show.
Oh yeah,
and I was listening to this interview about why he doesn't do Star Wars. This is recent. It was one on his podcast, and he was and like somebody tried to bring it up to him. And he goes, "Look, all right, let me just get into this." He goes, "People think that like he gets into like how people get into the it's not my Star Wars and they didn't like all this other stuff, and how many people just sent him hate mail because they didn't like oh God, what was his character?
Kanan Jarrus.
Kanan Jarrus, right? About like how much they didn't like Kanan Jarrus, right? Like I thought Kanan Jarrus was amazing. I'm sorry, I people may not agree with me. Some hopefully you guys do, but like, you know, like I think Kanan Jarrus is a character, right? Now, not only that, who Kanan Jarrus reminds me of, I'm gonna get his name right now. Kanan Jarrus, Ram Koda. He reminds me.
Oh, yeah.
He reminds me of Ram Koda. Like Ram Koda was such an amazing character for a character that got X'd out of the Star Wars universe. But I feel like he is the spiritual successor to Ram Koda. Like he is, you know, the blind Jedi who is a master tactician, but also is a you know, like again, he's not. It's not the same character because Kanan Jarrus was a Padawan when he you know, when he did his thing, and he became a master through his own meditation, whereas Ram Koda was already a Jedi master. But you know, like I like that he's the spiritual successor to Ram Koda, and I feel like he takes up that mantle really well. You know, and I think that's what really gravitated me towards that character. And Freddie Prinze Jr. talks about how you know, he got a lot of hate because of the way that character was. And it's like if he did eventually at some point decided to come on our show and we talked with him, like Star Wars wouldn't be the thing we want to talk to him about anyways. We want to talk about his wrestling career, his acting career, things like that. If Star Wars came up, like honestly, I would be all over I think that you did an amazing job, and the character that you played is a lasting part of Star Wars. In as far as me as a Star Wars fan, I think that is a character that deserves to be in the Star Wars lore.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I love Rebels. We've just been real slow on finishing it. And but I mean, it really is a good show. Every time we watch it, we're just like, oh, it's such a good show.
Are you in season 3 yet?
No, we're actually almost to season 4. I think we are.
I think we're 5 episodes away, I think.
Yeah, we're almost done with season 3. So, and I was like, we got to do this because we just Thrawn. We got Thrawn. We gotta watch.
They introduced Ahsoka yet? Like, have they introduced Ahsoka into the series yet?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. She was in it. No, but they haven't reintroduced her. Like she left, and then they haven't really reintroduced her.
Right, because she becomes a major factor. Like on the last arc of the show.
Yeah, we've been spoiled. Like we know, like all the big stuff.
Kind of like the time travel stuff and all that.
Yeah,
all
we
the
know
world between worlds, all that.
We know all that.
I mean, it's great, you know. But again, I just went off on a tangent, so let's get back on track here. I need your guys' reactions here. This time we're going to start here. Let's go ahead and get your reaction.
All right. So I'm going to say it's 10, possibly orange, maybe red lightsabers, out of 10 Sabine with short hair.
Ooh. All right. Cam.
I'm going to go 9 choppers.
Ooh.
Out of 10 Thrawn reveals.
Yes. All right. Frey, what we got?
I'm gonna go 9 Sabine fashion icons out of 10 purified lightsabers that Ahsoka wields.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
It's all about the accessories, baby.
Woo.
Right. You pick it right out of my mouth here. I was going to go with, but I'm going with 10. But 10 Ahsoka white lightsabers out of 10 extremely shocked looks on my face when they revealed Thrawn. Because I don't know if you guys saw that on the reaction itself, but my whole face lit up and I was like, oh my God.
yeah.
Oh my God.
Yours and mine.
Yeah.
It was
The
no.
heir to the Empire.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
were like all like, oh my gosh, it was one of those like kind of, double kind of thing. So.
I mean, that's what put it over the edge for me was being able to see a live action Thrawn and
it to be the guy that did the voice.
which it is. So
Did
that's
I
they
know.
also do that with Cad Bane?
Cad Bane.
It
So
was CGI.
the voice was his. No, well, it was a combination of CG and live action, but it was a stunt actor that played.
Okay.
Cad.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, guys, let's get into the next trailer here.
Is this Dune?
This
This is Timothy Chalamet Part 2.
Dune, dune, dune.
well,
When we after Wonka, I do want to. I'm gonna have a little bit of a. I just have some stuff to say after that, so just let you know. So,
please.
You want to give out your thoughts?
yeah.
You are on it. You
Hey, I think we're doing a permanent James replacement.
you are welcome to come on the show with your mother or without your mother anytime you would like. If you want to come on the
Wow.
Thursday, by all means.
Wow. Now I know
Oh,
exactly.
the Thursday
Yeah.
show is a little more unhinged.
Frey, you will never be replaced. Throw it out there that
Not yet, at least.
the show does not continue spinning without the Frey girl, but at the same
Yeah.
son of the Frey has found his place on the show.
there we go.
Welcome
so-
in.
So welcome. We have club cards and we have cake
I
pops.
might loan you my shirt, which I should have
Mm.
worn. I just randomly.
Yeah,
put
I'm
on
the
a
only
nerdy
one
shirt.
repping here.
the shirt that your that husband stole from you.
Yes, like immediately.
That is a
He's-
very sexy picture though of husband. in a shirt.
He was like, as soon as he saw it, I was like, "Oh my god, this is the stuff!" And he was like, "What is that?" And I was like, "It's a shirt." And he went, "That's a really cool shirt. That's really well made."
actually,
And, like he
I
was
gave,
looking at it, like really looking at it. He was like, "You think it'll fit me?" And I was like, "Try it on." And he did. And I was like, "Oh, here we go." So I had to take some pictures. I was like, "Yep."
So Phil,
I
I'm
will
actually
wear that
wearing the
occasionally.
very special hat from
Ah.
Jim State.
Ooh, the hat.
Oh,
Look
is
at
that,
that.
is that the one that we signed?
Yep.
Yeah, it's got
Ah.
and
That's the merch here.
and it's got a custom distance nerding logo on it.
Oh, that's cool.
Awesome.
All right, let's do this Dune.
this Dune
let's-
trailer here.
Let's
Dune, dune,
Dune the Dune trailer.
Dune. That
Dune.
means Warner Brothers just took us.
Oh yeah. Shoot.
Oh,
I guess we weren't talking enough.
no.
I was trying.
We were talking enough. What it was that the Warner Brothers will also take you down for video stuff. So
Shoot.
Ah.
So I mean, we probably can't do Wonka.
possibly because it's not with everything. They don't do digital rights on everything. So
I know, but I'm just saying that'll be our third Warner Brothers trailer. Is Wonka,
Oh yeah, because we did.
and it could just be the
Beetle.
amount we're doing.
yeah. So hopefully we're back up because usually as soon as the
Not
video-
quite yet. I've got it on my phone.
Okay.
Okay.
Wonk, wonk, wonk.
Well.
Well, shall we
shucks.
read?
Yeah, wait, at least. I don't know if we want to rate or not. I loved the trailer.
Oh yeah.
We'll try it here again. At least for this next one, but let's yeah, let's go ahead and do a rating. The audio podcast is still going on.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, there you go.
So let's get a rating here, guys. I'll start on this one. So I'm gonna give this just because of like how good it is and how good the first one was. Considering that this is all the same story, it's all coming from the same book. Knowing the style that Denis Villeneuve has with the way that he directs these types of this type of sci-fi, it makes me more excited because it's not just like it's not a sequel, it's a continuation.
Hey, we're back.
We're back.
Okay, good. But again, what I like is that it's a continuation. It's not a sequel, right? Whereas a lot of times you're getting a sequel and it's like, okay, we're trying to figure out where we're going from here. This is continuing the same book because he just cut the first book in half.
Right.
So considering that this is just continuing what he did with the first movie so that he can tell a complete story, I feel like this, I have high expectations for this because of the way that Denis Villeneuve has done it so far. So I give this 10 black and white Harkonnen scenes out of 10 Christopher Walken emperors.
Okay.
Saying that you're talking to my boy all wrong. Frey, let's get your reaction here.
So I loved it, and I love this the way that Denis is doing this is that he's like, look, this book is more than one movie. It has to be. It's just so dense. And even with it being so dense, they still like cut out a lot of stuff. So I'm really excited to see what happens. And I'm wondering if some of the stuff that they filmed for the first part may make it into the second part. So I'm really like, I'm excited. I want to see this. I think that this is the payment of the promise the first part made. So it made a promise. The second part should be the payment of that promise. So I'm really have high expectations for this. So I'm gonna give the trailer itself, which I thought was beautiful, I'm gonna give it a 10 Cheney's blue headbands out of 10 surfing on a sandworm.
Yeah.
Surfing on a sandworm.
Let's get you ready.
I love the first one. It's now one of my favorite movies, and
I agree. I
really wish I had gotten fully through the book before I did. But again, the parts that I'd gotten through, I was like, this is just so good. It's loyal, and it's really just it's a masterclass in visual storytelling. So, with all of that, I give it 10 Sardaukar throat singing out of 10 Game of Thrones in space.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I like it.
That is 100%. If George R.R. Martin wrote a space book, it would be Dune. All right. Cam.
I'm going to give it 9 sand dunes out of 10 things looking like the Death Star blowing up.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, that's good. That's
good.
Because that end right there literally reminded me of the Death Star blowing up.
Right. Yeah. It's got it's that same kind of effect there. So.
Right. So let's go ahead and get into this one. This divisive trailer that it seems like it's going to be here.
Oh.
Let's get into Wonka.
All right. Let's prepare everybody.
All right.
I am ready for this hellscape.
One I can now kind of watch my phone since I've already seen it a few times.
Yeah. All right, let's do this. I want to see a world of imagination. Let's do it.
Right.
Chocolate.
And that's the thing. Again, I haven't seen this trailer yet. I'm curious on if this is something that seems like they're taking from the book to tell the story, or if it's based on the movie, which was very different from the book.
Well, it depends on which movie too.
Yeah.
The first movie, because
Oh, you're talking about the Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, not Charlie.
Right, because Charlie and the Chocolate Factory was actually really faithful to the book, but a lot of people hated it though. So, but I think most of it was because Johnny Depp's performance was really out there, but it was very much like the book.
Well, when I talk about this, I'm also going to throw this in here, but you've also got to consider about the musical, the Broadway musical.
Yeah, they did have that Broadway musical. Yep,
So-
I forgot about that.
And that's the thing is, what's funny is the songs in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory were very, very, like, the lyrics were directly taken from the songs in the book.
Oh, wow.
You know, I was listening to this thing and they did a comparison where they read the lyrics in the book and then played the songs. And the songs, as much as nobody liked the songs in the second movie, the lyrics are more what it is in the book versus the original song. As catchy as those songs were in the first movie, they were made specifically for that movie and they have nothing to do with anything that's in the book.
Yeah, and
Don't care
did not
how
like
I
the
want
first
it.
one, the one with Gene.
Yes. And then Gene Wilder also did a couple of liberties that weren't in the book, specifically because he was like, well, if I can't do a somersault, I'm not going to be in the movie.
Yeah,
Yes.
he did. He absolutely said that. He's like, no, I'm going to do a somersault. It's going to be fantastic.
That was one of the things that he said. He said, if I can't do a somersault in this introduction scene, I'm not going to be in the movie.
Yeah. And thus we have the famous Willy Wonka
Somersault scene.
somersault. Yeah.
Exactly. So it's
Winter Pepper, but you know.
let's get into this trailer. Are based on the original movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which again, in the book, when you see when they describe the Oompa Loompas, they're more akin to the Oompa Loompas that we see in the
And Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So one thing that I've heard is people are saying that he's channeling both Wilder and Depp. I like to take a step further and say he's channeling all three. So those two plus Broadway.
He might
Because
be.
you also have to remember this is going to be a musical.
Right.
Yeah.
The other thing is I wonder if, like how much that they're just channeling kind of just, or like he's looking at like, okay, how would Roald Dahl had wanted to be?
Yeah.
Like and especially with somebody like Timothée Chalamet and the way that he treats his roles, like I wonder if a lot of what he's doing is okay, Roald Dahl, because Roald Dahl's been on record about the way that he feels that he felt that Willy Wonka should have been portrayed.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, I wonder if that's one of the things that they're gonna do, right? Is or that Timothée Chalamet is doing is like, I'm channeling these different actors, but I'm also adding in the critiques that Roald Dahl made about Willy Wonka.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it could be that. I'm just like, we're seeing all this stuff, and you see in the little Chalamet, the little charcuterie board kid, and all this stuff is gonna make me like him. It's just gonna make me like him.
Yeah, this is the winter of Timothy.
It is the age of Chalamet.
Yeah, I'm like serious. I'm like, okay,
just
if you guys
remind
keep
me
this
right now.
up, I'm gonna start liking this
The
kid.
Chalamet is coming.
Yeah, I know, right? What you just reminded me of right
Chalamet.
now is the
Hey, we're back.
We're back.
good. What you just reminded me of right now that nobody watching the show right now is going to be able to experience right now is the very first episode of Futurama, right? Welcome to the world of tomorrow.
That's funny.
Timothée Chalamet, I think he's killing it, man.
He is.
It's kind of like he has done these small roles in the past, but like new roles that he's getting a lot of like leading roles.
Yes.
Leading roles that he's getting are they're on point. Willy Wonka looks like he looks like a joy to watch.
Yeah.
To be honest, when I first heard about this and saw some of the set photos, I wasn't sure.
Well, I mean,
now that we have the trailer for it,
Mhm.
I'm on board.
My-
Because I was thinking, is this going to be another useless origin story
Right.
that we don't need?
right.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
most of my reactions to stuff like this is
We're
just
looking at you, Sony.
like, is this needed? Why?
Sony.
Yeah. But I mean, like, do we need this? Like, who wanted this? Right. And just this is also they're taking a literary character that hasn't really had an origin story and giving him an origin story.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What scares me about this is, does this fall in line with the intentions that Roald Dahl had?
True.
You know, like Roald Dahl wrote this character in a way that encapsulated wonder, encapsulated a lot of just kind of, I mean, we've always heard the stories about Willy Wonka being a villain. He wasn't really a villain. He was more he was a childlike character that made candy, you know, and it just happened. He was just like, okay, well, shit happens. You know, that's
Fine.
what he's like. Like, if you read the book, that's really kind of what Willy Wonka is like. Is like, oh, this kid is now going to be candy. He messed up my equipment. Because the dude more about candy than he cares about people. So it's just,
he's more like an absent-minded professor with no empathy.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really it. I mean, that's
So I will say the closest we've gotten to kind of origins of Willy Wonka, like before the factory and stuff, has been the musical. There's just a number about him meeting the Oompa Loompas.
Yeah.
In that. So that has been the closest that we've gotten.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. I think it's going to be a lovely film. I'll watch it. It's going to be heartwarming, and it's going to be in November. So I'm definitely going to. December. Okay. Yeah.
December.
So,
right. Yeah. It's
Dune is November.
That's it. Dune's November. That's what.
December 15th is the date for this.
Yeah. I'll be drinking the hot chocolate, feeling the Christmas vibes, and having some chocolate.
Right.
Yep.
So that'll be it. Yeah, I think that's going to be it. So yeah, I'm ready. Let's rate it. Let's do this.
Let's get a rating, guys. Let's go with our resident Willy Wonka first.
Yeah. I'm going to give it 10 purple coats out of 10 Rowan Atkinson's being a priest.
Wait, was Rowan Atkinson in this?
Yeah, he's a priest.
He's the priest.
Oh, awesome.
I told you
Amazing.
everyone was in it. Everyone's in it.
They really are. I love
You
Rowan.
see him.
I 100% love Rowan Atkinson. I love everything he does. So I'm
But yeah, Rowan Atkinson is in it.
Yeah.
I was during the second watch through, I'm like, okay, I have to double check this. So I paused it and I'm like, yep, that's Rowan Atkinson.
That's awesome.
That's funny.
Huh.
Funny.
Okay, so let's go over here. Go ahead and give us a rating.
All right. So let's see. Let's do 9 Oompa Loompas are actually halflings. Don't at me. And 10
You're fucking
you're
hobbit.
purple. No, you're violet.
That's awesome.
God.
Awesome.
Frey, give us your rating here.
I'm gonna go 10 purple fluffy clouds
Ooh.
of, I'm sure, spun sugar.
Yeah, it's most likely fairy
Out-
floss.
Out of 10 whatever's in Timothy Chalamet's Willy Wonka's little bag of eccentricities or box of eccentricities.
Of elixirs and whatnot.
Yeah. Because I'm pretty sure he knows how to party.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He knows how to party.
That's not just powdered sugar in there.
Yeah, you know what it
Cocaine
is?
Wonka? What?
You know what it is? It's Dubby.
It's dummy.
Bring it back around.
Round robin. Round
There
robin.
we go.
Lazy Susan.
Lazy Susan. Lazy Susan
There you go.
with the Lego orchid on top of it. Ah!
Oh,
We killed him. Ah!
Deadpool down. Deadpool down.
No, way down. Way down.
Down.
I'm gonna give this 9 everlasting gobstoppers out of 10 1970s style Oompa Loompas.
Yeah.
All right.
That was awesome.
So hopefully we don't get this one taken down.
Well, if it gets taken down, that's a sign we need to stop doing trailers today.
Yep. There you go. That's
So the next trailer I hear Napoleon.
Napoleon Bonaparte.
No, Napoleon Bonaparte.
Meh.
Meh. Are you not a fan of I was gonna say River? Oh my God,
Not River.
Keen.
Joaquin Phoenix? No, I'm not a fan. We've had this conversation because that's why I haven't seen Joker yet. And why I won't see the other
I
one.
finished watching that movie like a few weeks
Yeah.
ago.
I
don't
won't.
wanna be depressed, but, you know.
I don't want to watch it. I don't like Joaquin Phoenix. I don't like his acting style. It's weird and it's off-putting.
And I'm still not sure if I'm going to go see the second one.
Mm.
But let's watch the trailer.
Hey, yeah.
Look, it's horses. Oh my
Horses.
gosh. And a crown.
Napoleon.
Look, it's the
the
French.
thing is that I'm
You know, I like accessories.
kind of excited for this because
No doubt you'll send the chaos.
it's kind of like I
What?
want to see a faithful adaptation about Napoleon Bonaparte, about how Napoleon becomes the emperor, and
Yeah. Oh,
how
yeah,
he
yeah.
gets the,
Yeah.
like how he gets the
Ooh,
people
guillotine.
France.
Woo.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely this is we made this because we know it'll probably get Oscar nominations.
Yeah.
But if it's a faithful or true adaptation of his story, then yeah, absolutely.
Oh, wait,
It's
Ridley
Ridley
Scott?
Yeah,
it's,
so
it's Ridley Scott.
it's gonna
Which is
be
why
a
you
lot
pick-
of explosions.
But it's
Yeah.
not usually not with Ridley Scott, but I mean like there's also going to be like that's probably why he picked Joaquin Phoenix because he plays Emperor Commodus in
Yeah. Oh yeah,
yeah,
Gladiator.
Gladiator,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Yeah, see, and I wasn't a fan of that movie either.
that's one of my favorite movies of all time.
And
As
I
a-
should have liked it, but I just
As a Romanophile, I have to disagree. So.
I just give it it gives me a headache. Every time I watch the movie, I get a migraine.
Oh.
And I love Richard Harris. So I don't know. But I feel like the costumes are gonna be amazing. I think it's gonna win best costume at the Oscars.
My problem with this
Yeah.
so far is that he's way too tall to be Napoleon Bonaparte.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that is.
He was
true.
average height for the time. Come on.
right.
So, okay,
So-
remind me, can things that are exclusively on streaming be Oscar nominated?
If they have to have a run in the theaters,
A
even if-
limited run in theaters. Okay.
Well,
Even
no, but it is going to have
Yeah.
a run in the
It
theater.
will?
Yes, they've already
Okay.
announced. Ridley Scott already announced it's going to be. In
Yeah, it's
Okay,
gonna be
well,
in theaters.
I'm making sure because at the very beginning it said exclusively on Apple TV.
Yeah, it said an Apple original film.
Yeah. So it's like
Yeah.
made by them. But...
Yeah, it's made by them, and then it'll be on Apple but it will have a theatrical release. So,
Okay.
yeah,
Like this looks good. This looks really good.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Exclusively.
See, yeah, it's
Okay.
gonna be in theaters, and then it'll be on Apple TV when it
right.
goes to streaming. So
Yeah, no, it looks amazing. I just regardless of anybody's feelings on this, like
yeah,
I love historical movies. I've always been a fan of like historical dramas, historical movies, things like that. Gladiator was again one of my all-time favorite movies. This looks really good. I think Ridley Scott knows how to do these kind of movies.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then on top of that, like you have Ridley Scott doing a Napoleon Bonaparte movie,
Mhm.
and it's obviously Napoleon the First, right? I mean, Napoleon the
Yeah.
First, is a giant, massive, fucking turd. But I mean, like Napoleon Bonaparte. Just kind of seeing, and I wonder how far down they're going to go with this. Like, is it just Napoleon's first run as the emperor, because remember he usurped power after he lost the emperorship the first time.
Yeah.
Right. He
Mhm.
because he was such a good military tactician, he got the government, or he got the people of France to back him again, and he became the emperor a second time. Right. So like
Yeah.
Napoleon Bonaparte was a very persuasive guy, but he was also he was also a very like one of the greatest military tacticians the world has ever seen. So I'm wondering how far down the line they're going to go with Napoleon's story.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'll watch it. I think, I'm gonna want to watch it anyway because it's historical and I love historical dramas. But yeah, I'm not a Joaquin Phoenix fan. And so I was just like, really? I was like, can we have somebody else play him? It's like, come on. But directors like actors they trust, and so that makes a lot of sense.
All right, so let's get ratings on this, guys.
Woo.
Let's go.
I can go first.
I was going to say, actually, let's start with Frey, because I know Frey's not.
Let's go with Frey because we know it's going to be low.
No, so I'm gonna give it 7 Vanessa Kirby as Josephine.
Ooh.
Out of 10, I'm not seeing this movie for Joaquin Phoenix at all.
So you can say you're walking out.
I am walking
she's
away
walking
from
away.
Joaquin
You are
Phoenix.
walking out. I got you. You got it.
So that's it.
I mentioned you're welcome to come back on the show anytime you
Oh
want.
yes. I'm just securing my position,
All righty. I'm going to give it 8.5 beheadings out of 10 Battle of Waterloos.
All right.
But not the ABBA song.
Not the ABBA song.
I'm gonna give it 9 Exiled to Elba.
Ooh.
Out of 10.
That's history right there.
Out of 10, Josephine from Dragon Age was better.
Oh, there we go.
I love it. I love it. All right, we're gonna give this. I'm gonna give this 9 Joaquin Phoenix's cleft lip out of.
There we go. There's a good cut.
Literally.
I thought I was being rude, and then you do that.
Come on, Phil.
Out of 10. Out of 10, really, really, really tall Napoleon Bonaparte.
It was average height for the time. Come on.
Napoleon Bonaparte was not like almost 6 foot tall. I'm sorry. The man was like 5'4". Okay, so
Yeah. He was 5'6". But
short
but he
emperors
was
unite.
Yeah, Hey, and so
Short rulers.
Short rulers in general.
Hey. So Phil, have you seen Puppet History on Watcher? It's on YouTube. It's the Watcher channel. Look up Puppet History. They actually did a thing on Napoleon Bonaparte, and it's really pretty funny. You'd like it. But they do. It's all this history stuff. There's one on defenestration, like the defenestrations of Poland and stuff. I learned something on it all the time, but I just love it.
The dancing plague one was great too.
Yeah, that was great.
I'll just go back to Bill and Ted if I want some Napoleon.
That was a good one too. I like Bill and Ted.
Or I'll just watch Napoleon Dynamite.
Napoleon
I
Dynamite?
really want Napoleon.
I'm sorry. I love the scene that he when they're eating the ice cream and he like stops him with his spoon. He's like, "No, I get the last bite."
Yep.
Piggy, Ziggy. All right. Let's get into the next trailer here. All right,
There's
guys.
a very special reason why Napoleon Dynamite is one of my top favorite movies.
Because he's based on Napoleon Bonaparte, but taller?
No. It is
Because he's
filmed
a
in Idaho.
ginger. Oh, he's filmed in Idaho.
Napoleon Dynamite was filmed in Idaho.
I didn't know
that's
that.
right.
That's cool.
So it has a special place
when he tries to throw the football over the mountains. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. So next up we have here Super Powered, the DC story. So we're actually getting a documentary on Max about the history of DC, which I'm actually really excited about because I'm a big fan of this kind of stuff. So let's get into this trailer here.
I think Rosaria Dawson narrates it.
Ooh. Anytime somebody uses
that's James Gunn, obviously.
In the name of something good. It's stories.
And then I've made a promise to not actually tell all of you exactly what art is on there, who's doing all the art, because I pretty much know it. So, but
throughout history,
I have to. I'm not doing that.
And we'll look
hey, and Patty Jenkins.
Yeah.
And DC is the grand.
Of course, that's everybody knows that was Adam Hughes, but
it is impossible to think about this in this way today.
Like this art. Oh my God! Look at this.
Early Superman.
Yeah.
Yep. This is cool.
It really is, because I love looking at
this.
like the evolution of the art, and then them just kind of like moving into now we're making movies, and now we're doing
and like it. I mean it. It's all of it. So you see all the milestone stuff, which is good, you know, and then
Lee the God.
Yeah.
Oh, they're going to talk about Comics Code. Okay.
Yeah.
So where's the mention of Superman 50 Shades of Kryptonite?
50 Shades of Kryptonite.
Right.
Kryptonite Dodo.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
There you go. Talk about that. Yep. Yeah. Oh, it was Philly. It was little Phil.
Religious experience.
All of us.
Damon Lindelof.
Yeah.
Oh, good. They're showing Comic-Con stuff.
Yeah.
It's actually really cool. Like I love
I think it. Yeah, I think it's going to be really neat. I think that.
Hey, look, Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah. Yep.
Don't say that. She's not going to watch it. Don't say
it. I'm not watching this. Joaquin Phoenix is in it.
Yeah.
Incredible medium.
It's just really cool.
I like the idea of they're going between all the different DC mediums, right? Like, hey, we started with comic books, and then we started doing serials, and then we started doing movies, and then cartoons and all this other stuff. Like, I love seeing that we're gonna get the history of DC, and hopefully that gives people kind of like it makes people. It turns people on to DC, because everybody's a Marvel fan, but like there's all these people who are just like not huge fans of DC.
What I like about this is it's coming between two eras of DC.
Right.
That it's coming right before James Gunn's era of DC.
Of the cinematic universe. So yeah. I love stuff like this. Like these kind of documentaries, they are my bread and butter. I love them. I watch them all the time. The
Stanley one.
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet. I need to watch it, but
okay,
but
stop watching Secret Invasion and go watch Stanley, and then you can continue Secret Invasion.
Oh God.
No. But yeah, I think it looks like it's a really well done series. I know it's streaming on the 20th of this month, I think is when it starts.
July 20th, right? So I mean, it's not too far away. It's like
10 days. 9 days. 9 days. Yeah. So I think it'll be awesome.
Let's get some ratings here, just because we got one more trailer, and then we actually got to get into the show.
10 guns out of 10 Bill Fingers.
Ooh.
That's good.
Like that. That's a good deep cut right
there. Yeah. I can go if you want.
Okay, let's do it.
All right. I'm going to give it 10 Phil Jimenez art out of 10. I'm sure I'm going to recognize several people in this. Be like, oh, I told them I was pregnant before I told my parents. So kind of thing. So, you know.
Technically, I've met all of them too. Is the point.
There you go. I'm gonna give this 10. Jim Lee is a god out of out of 10 homages to Joel Schuster. All right, let's.
All right, I'm gonna give it 10 Batman and the Fascists out of 10. Here, sign my petition for James Gunn to play Punk Santa.
Oh my God! Remember, everybody, Santa Claus is the strongest character in the DC universe. All right,
Yes.
let's get into this last trailer.
This one's gonna be fun. We watched this one.
Twist.
Oh yeah.
Metal. Oh my God. I am all ready for this. Let's get into this one.
Okay. I never want to play the game.
No.
But I seriously want to watch this with the series like all the time. Like honestly. I really do.
Playthroughs of the game, and it's a really good game.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm just never gonna play it. But I will watch the series and this whole and Anthony Mackie, I mean, he's just delightful.
Oh yeah.
He's just delightful in this. And every time I see him, all I think is cut the check. Because that's what he says after every time he does a take. So.
Cut the check.
Cut the check. I was surprised that Nev Campbell was in this though. And that was I apparently there are other people in it. It's not just Anthony Mackie.
Oh yeah,
and clowns. It's lots of people.
Well, there's a whole bunch of characters in the game itself. Like the whole idea is that he's not one of the characters from the game. He's like a new person in this, but like it's they're showing him kind of like interacting with all the different characters from the game.
Oh, okay. So then he's going to interact with Thomas Hayden Church.
Yeah.
Who hasn't left Vegas. So yeah.
It's such a crazy.
And then they stand up and clap. Oh, the way you did that, it was fantastic. I just love it.
Good job, good job.
Absolutely.
Good job. Glorious.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the cars look exactly like they do in the game.
Oh,
that's awesome. And that is my favorite part of the whole trailer.
Never happened
right
to me before.
There. I swear to God, it's never happened to me before.
Oh my God. He said it's DMV. Okay, July 27th. I know what I'm watching. I'm going to go first on this one. Ladies and gentlemen, this is getting 10 Will Arnett's voicing Samoa Joes out of 10 Anthony Mackie's delivering the greatest lines ever. That's going to be my whole thing on that because this is the greatest combination in the history of mankind. I love this. Cam, go ahead.
I'm going to give it 10 ice cream trucks, since we finally saw a little bit of it, out of 10 waiting in lines at the DMV.
Yes.
Awesome.
All right. I'm gonna give it 8 Mad Max but with clowns out of 10. Fuck the DMV.
Oh, I love James's comment right now. Look, I'm gonna watch this only wearing a thong.
Hell yeah.
All right. I'm going to give this 8 Anthony Mackie kissing that gun out of 10 prisoners clapping for the technique that Samoa Joe used to cut off the guy's head.
Yeah,
because I felt like that was the seminal moment in the trailer.
Yes,
was that. So
I'm gonna be honest. This is the show that I probably had the most apprehension to, because I didn't think that they were gonna like be faithful to the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was skeptical about that too.
Yeah, like, it's got the humor, it's got the it's got the violence. Like Sweet Tooth needs to be a just ridiculous psychopath, and it seems like that's what he is. And I love it. So here Peacock for doing something right.
Excellent technique, Peacock. Excellent
Exactly.
technique.
Yes.
So let's get into this show because we still have a lot to cover.
Yeah,
We got so much show to do. We haven't even started.
This is what happens when we skip a week. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time.
Two shows in one.
Exactly. It is now time to get into some rumors.
Ooh.
No.
All right,
Hey,
ladies.
so one of Phil's favorite people in the whole wide world starts our rumors today. And it's actually some not so fantastic news.
the trapezoid.
Yeah. Looks like things may not be working out between Marvel Studios and Adam Driver for the Fantastic Four. A couple of months ago, a report surfaced saying that he had accepted the offer to play Reed Richards. Now it's being reported that Driver may no longer be attached or in contention for the role. The reason things didn't work out was because of money. So the rumor is that Mr. Adam Driver was too expensive. Like he totally he gave him, he said, this is my final offer, and they said, this is the door. So,
Cool.
And
I've heard even better news about this movie.
But I mean, so the thing is again, I wasn't against him playing Reed Richards, but I mean, I kind of already called this, right? Like we've been saying, like every time we bring up this story, that I don't think that he wants to play another role that puts him in a position where he is, cutting off every other opportunity that he has because he's focusing on nothing but Marvel.
Yeah.
He didn't want a long-term role. And I think that this is definitely a move that makes sense for him,
Oh yeah. It seems totally in line with what it's an Adam Driver move, like 100% Adam Driver move.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So. I really just think we don't need a Kyler Reed. I want John Krasinski back at this point. I know multiverse, all of that stuff, but he was great. So
yeah,
for the 10 seconds he was on screen, but he was great.
Right.
Yeah, I liked him. I thought he was good as Daddy Reed.
Yeah, and I mean it really depends on kind of when in the kind of their lives or whatever, in the lives of the team or whatever, when they set it to for who should play it. So
yeah, and in that because Krasinski said, hey, I've got kids too in that one. So I think as an established Reed, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't hate it if he was Reed, but I don't know if it's going to work out. So I don't know who they're going to get. I'm surprised that they haven't found someone yet.
Yeah.
I've heard Joseph Quinn might be considered for a part in Fantastic Four.
I see, and I'd like him for a Johnny Storm.
Yeah, he does seem like
that's who it was for.
Was it? Yeah, he would. That's be really good.
That's what I've heard. It's like, okay, if we get Joseph Quinn in the MCU, I will love this.
Yeah, well, he would be great. Although I'd really like to see him as Banshee.
Ooh,
that would be cool too.
Yeah, I think he'd be good.
But I mean, again, I have a feeling that Adam Driver is Xing out on this just because it's like, okay, well, you need to pay me a crap ton of money if you want me to give up the rest of my career in order to play.
Right.
Yeah, and he might also be taking this into kind of Star Wars, how his role was with Star Wars.
Yeah, I think that's the main reason why he's doing what he's doing.
So.
Yeah. I think so too. I think he priced himself out of it on purpose. So
Right.
So I think this rumor is completely 100% true. All of my tacos are on the table. And James, I'm not like totally absolutely saying that that it's executive tacos or whatever the heck you keep calling them. All of my tacos are on the table.
Hey guys, just real quick on here, right? So tacos on the table, on or off, right? So my tacos are on the table. He's not
On the table, 100%.
I think he's priced out of this.
Yeah, all of them are in a basket on a table.
There you go.
Oh, he's fancy. He said there was a basket.
James,
There's a
I need you to bring
basket,
some more
like, nice
tacos
paper.
to put on the table.
Some nice paper. They're chicken tacos.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, well, that being said, ladies and gentlemen, a new report has surfaced saying that Robert Downey Jr. was spotted on the set of Marvel's Captain America Brave New World. Noir Shora, a keynote speaker, shared a photo of himself around the set of the film in Washington, D.C. Shora, that while he was there, waka waka, he spoke with the he spoke with a few of the security guards. I kept wanting to say security guards.
The secretary guards.
Yeah, the secretary, right? Who told him that Robert Downey Jr. had actually been on set the night before and that everyone was driving all sorts of supercars, which makes sense if somehow Tony is there, right? Captain America Brave New World is set to release next year on July 26th, 2024. So, guys, we gotta talk here, right? Do we think that Tony is making his way back in? And the question is Tony back or is Tony an AI?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think he would more so be hologram AI.
Right. And that's kind of what I was thinking, is that maybe he's an AI, you know?
Because he could have recorded a bunch of messages throughout his whole career like he did for his daughter.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, this is now that we're looking at like the way that AI now is being aggregated, right? What's to say that they didn't create an AI that basically takes on Tony's personality?
Yeah.
True. Or a suit that
a suit. Yeah.
There we go.
Right. And I mean, just to take that even further into this, like, you know, what if we get Iron Patriot back in this?
Yeah. I mean, we know the suits can kind of do their own thing, so who's to say that, you know, you couldn't have a facsimile of Tony in one of them.
It just depends on if I'm sure Pepper has all the overrides for it.
Right,
so.
I'm sure.
Why do I have a feeling that Pepper replaced Friday was the current?
Yeah, Friday. Well, Friday was his. Edith was the one he gave to.
Yeah, but Friday was the one running the house and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Friday was Tony's after Jarvis.
Why can't I see Pepper maybe replacing Friday with Tony?
Oh.
You know, Pepper, to me, Pepper's too mentally stable for that.
But
we know that we also know that Pepper Potts is nowhere to be found in this because Gwyneth Paltrow has already said that she's not going to be in any more Marvel. So
yeah.
Well, they can always recast.
Yeah,
well, you know, I mean,
she's just gonna try to get everybody to meditate and have an out-of-body experience on set. You know, just like, hey, we're all astral projecting. Hey, it's a great movie.
We're all
there we go. A real Watcher moment where we just see Tony's head in the clouds.
it's just
literally, it's like Mufasa, you know, like
but it's all his Stark drones.
Sam. So you're the new Captain America, huh?
Right.
I think it might be a hologram.
Yeah.
I think that really
I think that makes sense.
Yeah. Either that or
hologram
some
AI
wacky
type of thing.
Incursion stuff's gonna start happening and he'll be like a Tony from a different.
I was about to say my crazy out of there theory is it is an alternate universe. It's a Tony variant who was on the Illuminati.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
right. All right, guys. Well, tacos on the table. Let's talk tacos here. So is Tony coming back? Is the taco on the table? Again, if it's what I've been saying for like the last, 3 minutes, that it's the AI version of Tony. Because I don't think they're going to bring him back as a variant, right? I think it's going to be an AI or hologram with an AI kind of thing. Mainly because I think that he's going to play into Ironheart, and he's going to be a part of that whole storyline. So
of her AI, yeah, that could do that. I just wonder why I think that if they're going to bring him back like in flesh and blood, that's going to be Secret Wars.
Yeah,
right.
That would be where they would do that. So I think it would, if he is coming back, it would have to be either hologram form or he has been put in an AI. Maybe somebody accidentally activates it or something, and then that gets to re at some point.
Situation.
Yeah, I mean, it could be any of that stuff. So I could absolutely see that. I mean, they did Zola. They did Zola in the basement of,
Zola was made in like the 40s. So it's like if you can get Armin Zola as an AI, you can get you can do a Tony AI easily.
Right.
Yeah, tacos on the table for it being an AI Tony.
Yeah,
I would say definitely tacos on the table for that.
My fancy smancy soft tacos, I'm going to take off the table. Actually, I don't think so. I think that Tony is gone. I think he's going to stay gone. The only way I could see it is maybe a flashback.
Okay, and that makes sense too. I can see that being a thing too.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's move on, guys, because we gotta move on into the news. It is now time
for the upload.
It is now time for the part of the show that triggers Frey beyond belief. The download.
You can say she gets frayed.
She gets frayed.
Oh, here we go. All right. So this is a little bit of a downer. I don't know. I guess maybe to the people that are Gattaca fans. So as quick as the announcement came, quicker for it to get canceled. Showtime has made the decision to halt a couple of projects that have been in the middle of development, including the highly anticipated sequel series to the sci-fi film Gattaca. According to sources, the reason behind these cancellation lies with the fact that all of the projects were produced by external studios. So I guess Showtime is closing ranks, people.
I mean, I kind of saw this coming. I mean, like I didn't feel like this was something that was really going to take up a lot of space, you know, or like it was really going to be something that they really wanted to push.
Yeah.
You know, as much as I like Gattaca, I did not see a series being something that was viable. You know,
I didn't know that this was in the works.
We had talked about it on the show.
Oh yeah, I had no idea.
Yeah.
So
I just remember us talking about it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still waiting for the Galaxy Quest series.
That I'm excited.
There we
go. There we
that's been in development too. So it's like that's something that I want to see.
That's something everyone wants.
Exploring the Gattaca world, seemed interesting, but it's not something that I'm like, oh, I have to have it now. It could happen at any time.
Oh,
it's not like,
you know, let's talk about like, you know, genetics and oh, God, I forgot what it is, but like this was like the future of the shit that the Nazis were trying to do. So it's
like eugenics.
Yeah, this is like the future of eugenics is what this was. You know, it's like, okay, let's take eugenics a step further and make it like, okay, well, instead of trying to breed people out, like you can genetically change people at birth. It's like what they want to do with eugenics, right? So it's just kind of like,
I mean, it's really relevant right now, sadly.
Yeah, it's actually Gattaca. You know, if people made Gattaca now, it would be much worse than it was then. That was pretty tame compared to what's going on now. But yeah, I
know the guy that wrote the book was like really big into YouTube. So
it was he was problematic. But yeah, no, I'm not gonna miss seeing it. I'm like, all right, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that big a deal to me that we're losing it. Again, I like the movie. I thought the movie was good just because the way that they portrayed the characters and kind of like, for all the pro eugenic stuff that was in that book, there's also a lot of like anti eugenic stuff in there. So it's at least in the movie they were really good about putting like an anti eugenics message.
Right. It's one of those things where it's like it's like Starship Troopers or whatever, where the book was kind of like, oh, we're leaning towards this bad stuff.
Oh God, yeah,
then the movie was like, let's make fun of this bad stuff. So,
right.
I feel
very pro-fascism. I was surprised at how pro-fascism Starship Troopers was.
Yeah.
Cool. I think we finished this one.
Yeah.
I think we did too.
Okay.
Stop beating this dead horse.
All right,
We've covered about 15 other things.
Yeah, I know. We're down on this, so let's go ahead and get into the next story here.
Yep, let's speaking of Todd McFarlane, I don't know, but hey, Spawn producer Jason Blum has offered a new update on Todd McFarlane's Spawn movie. Blum assures that the movie is in very, very active development. Not just very active, very, very active development. I would say you have a lot to hope for. What needs to happen is that my fellow friends, the writers and the studios, need to figure out their differences and get back to writing. But we've got a great group of folks putting it together. And my hope is that movie, my prediction is maybe we'll actually see a Spawn movie in 25. No promises. But that's my prediction.
Okay, I give you a commendation on the way that, like, how did you know that's how Jason Blum talks?
For this to come out of Blumhouse would be great.
Well, it is. I mean, that's the whole thing, is that Jason Blum is, for the longest time, has been talking about backing Todd McFarlane's version of the movie because he loves the concept of it being almost how like Godzilla was, right? Where Spawn is kind of in the background, but we're focusing more on Sam and Twitch, which is essentially what the comic book originally was. Is you focus on this detective story between Sam and Twitch, and everybody's getting like the shit kicked out of them by Spawn. So it's like, and you kind of like learn about like Spawn in the background, right? So I mean, like, I kind of like the idea of that. You make it a horror movie with these detectives, Sam and Twitch, and they encounter Spawn all these times. Like I love the idea of that. I love that Todd McFarlane is actually writing it because he wrote the original too. So I mean, like, I like that he's doing his own adaptation to his own book.
Yes.
Because there's no way you can say that, Todd McFarlane writing the story is something that's against what the creator did, because the creator's making the movie.
Exactly.
It's very like Frank Miller of him.
He literally put in what he wants.
Right.
Yeah. I loved the Sin City movies that Frank Miller did. I thought they were good. So I'm hoping that this is going to be a good thing. I just, it's just been such a long time.
The only thing I'm skeptical of is because I know that Todd McFarlane wants to direct it too, and that's the only thing I'm really skeptical of, because he's never really been a director. So like, I don't know what level of vision he would have as a director for a movie, but I can say that he does make amazing toys. He makes great books. So, it'll be. Yeah.
He has a good attention to detail. So as far as like directing as that part of it, I think it would be great. But I could see him more being like the producer, and like maybe he has a co-director. I think that would work better.
Yeah, I think that would be a good idea too. Like just to have somebody who has really good like visual expectation. At the same time, you're getting a lot of input from a guy that knows Spawn better than anyone.
Right. So like somebody that can translate Todd's vision to a 3D medium instead of, and I mean, it could work, but I think if Todd does it by himself, it might be, it's just a big risk.
Right.
I'll just say that. So,
all right.
But
let's
yay.
Let's move in here into the next topic. So, moving into more Dune news, we recently And by recently, I mean earlier in the show, but not in the audio version. We recently got the trailer for director Denis Villeneuve's Dune Part 2. Part 2. But this next film isn't going to conclude the story. Deadline has reported that Dune Part 2 would be the second movie in a planned 3-film saga. Villeneuve is also developing the Dune, the Sisterhood series for the Max. So we know that we're going to get a Part 3. This is Denis Villeneuve already said we're getting a Part 3. Denis Villeneuve also said that he's going to be adapting because if Dune 2 is as successful as Dune 1 was, that he is going to start adapting the next book.
Oh, okay.
Right. So I know
3 will be part of the second book.
Yeah.
I don't know, because it depends on how far he goes down in book 2. The thing is, or in part 2, you know, because like if he cuts it off at a certain point, you know, if he doesn't completely get to the end of the war, then you know he could cap everything off. But I don't feel like there's enough story to put in the third movie right now. I would think that they would do like, okay, if they don't finish off the story, they finish it off in 3 and then start telling part of the story for the next book.
Yeah. I mean, it may be something like that. I could see that, absolutely.
Remember, there's books in this series.
So, I mean, I would fear if they did try to like cut it off in another point somewhere in the first book that it'd be like a Hobbit situation almost, which I hate to compare to.
Yeah.
But you know, it's like you're just stretching it out so much.
Right. Like I feel like it's a good idea to cut it into 2 parts, the first book into 2 parts, because there's so much that happens in that book that the way you can do it justice is what he did, and it's cutting it in half. But the thing is that he literally did that because the scene that we end on is the halfway point in the book. So it doesn't make sense to do 3 to cut the second book into or cut the second half of the book into 2 movies.
Yeah, it seems like a natural time to also finish like that first part, like in the middle or right there. It's just a natural part to, hey, this is his old life. Now he's going to his new life kind of thing. So yeah,
he's
I can see that.
Fremet.
Oh my gosh.
Start the timer, but I think we're pretty much done here. So
yeah, we really kind of duned ourselves out.
Yeah, we did.
We doomed ourselves.
We did. One of you other guys want to take a crack at trying to read the next story here?
I can read it if you want.
Ray,
Fred. This is up your alley of what you were talking about earlier in the show.
Why? Because Greta Gerwig is directing Barbie.
Or because famously, it's because we know you love Chronicles of Narnia more than anybody else in the world.
Well, I do enjoy the Turkish delight scenes. So,
and I hate Turkish delight. So there's differences.
I'm a Narnia girl in a Narnia world.
Oh my god!
All right, there you go. All right.
Note closet.
It's so stinky.
When are we hiring a new PA?
Smells like feety. I don't know. All right.
Okay, continue. Go ahead.
Gerwig confirmed the news herself in a recent interview with The New Yorker. Greta Gerwig, Barbie, Little Women, and Lady Bird has committed to writing and directing 2 movies based on C.S. Lewis's The Chronicles of Narnia for Netflix. Gerwig's next movie is Barbie. Which hits theaters July 21st, 2023. And you know I'm going to be there. All dressed in pink.
You also bought your ticket for Oppenheimer too, right?
No, I'm not watching Oppenheimer until November because that's when it was supposed to come out. That's when it should have come out. It is an Oscar contending movie, and I will not watch it until Oscar contention season.
You're not going to do the double header?
Nope, I'm not doing Barbie.
Yeah, I keep seeing articles about how many people have bought tickets for seeing both movies on the same day.
The feature. I'm doing Barbenheimer.
Yeah.
I can't. No, I'm not. I just refuse.
I wish I could, but that's the day before I have a con.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm gonna bask in the Barbie. I don't have time for the bomb.
But how do
Anyway,
we
Narnia.
getting into the actual topic here? But like, how do we feel about Greta Gerwig doing Chronicles of Narnia? Like, I mean, Little Women and Lady Bird were very different artistic takes from what we're seeing on Barbie. And Barbie, the concept that we're seeing that she's doing with Barbie looks amazing. Like, I love the marketing. I love that it's like, if you hate Barbie, this movie's for you. If you love Barbie, this movie's for you. Like, it's I love that idea. It's very out of the box. It looks very like meta. And
it's subversive.
Yeah,
it's a subversive Barbie movie, but it's also a Barbie movie. So it's got the full backing of Mattel. It's got so you've got that. So yeah, I think that her take on that, I think it colors her how she's going to do the Chronicles of Narnia. I think it will be. I think she'll go traditional. She can go traditional. We've seen like in Little Women. She was traditional in that. Lady Bird was kind of traditional too. There were some traditional aspects to that movie. I mean, it was also very non-traditional, but
like Little Women, she did a very good adaptation of a book right there. So we know that she can do a direct adaptation. It's going to be interesting to see what she does with the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. And see kind of like with that first book, like within C.S. Lewis's whole saga of books with that.
So we know for sure this is going to be a reboot of them.
Yes, so they did say.
Okay, so it's not like
that's where my gray line of it was. Was I wasn't sure if it was going to be a continuation,
right? So I guess we're not getting a horse or anything. Yeah,
right. Well, because the whole thing is that they, she did talk about how she wants to do show people her take on Aslan. So if she's doing a take on Aslan, that means that they have to do wardrobe because Aslan dies. So it's like you have.
Spoilers who haven't seen the movie or read the books.
Right. Also,
spoilers hasn't seen that was written in the 1800s.
You know what? Yes. I am just ready to see Jesus's persona again.
Jesus as a yes. Lion Jesus for the win, right?
Yep.
Right. No, Lion Jesus is James Earl Jones.
That's true. Lion Jesus is James Earl Jones. All right, guys. Let's get into this last story. I'm actually really excited about this because I play this game and not everybody does. So it's the boys are back, sort of. It's been announced that Black Noir, Homelander, and Starlight from the hit series The Boys will be coming to Call of Duty. The announcement came in the form of a press conference with Black Noir, and they will appear as operators that will arrive in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone. They will be part of the upcoming Season 4 Reloaded. Call of Duty's mid-season update will arrive on July 12th, which is tomorrow. 2023, The Boys spin-off series Gen B is currently expected to arrive this fall. So aside from me, does anybody here play Call of Duty?
Nope.
No.
None of you guys are excited with me on this. All right, so check this out.
I think it's cool because like first you had Ted Lasso with FIFA. Now you got this. And you got your Fortnite and Fortnite usually has things in it, like different skins and stuff. I think that's great. I think this is fantastic. And it's bloody. It's a bloody game. And you shoot a lot of people. This is perfect for that.
It's a bloody game.
Wait, we're talking Jensen Ackles, right?
Well, Jensen Ackles is Soldier Boy. Actually, it's funny. I know. Boy probably would have been a good pick to put in the game, but I mean, like, they do a lot of like guest characters in the game itself, right? So I mean, like, I have like Shredder is like my main character right now. This last season they did like a bunch of YouTubers, and it got canceled, so they pulled everybody off and everything. Tim the Tatman had a character. He said something that was offensive. They EA pulled him, and in solidarity, all the other YouTubers were like, "We'll pull us too." But I mean,
Wow.
yeah, they
Good for them.
got pulled.
Yeah.
Good for them.
Right, in solidarity for a dude that got canceled. So I mean,
Right.
but I mean, aside from that, they've had like a lot of good characters. Like I have Santa Claus in there, and Santa Claus is an operator.
So James Gunn, gotcha.
So it's gonna be interesting to see, like, these characters in the game and whether they voice their characters. Like obviously Black Noir is not gonna have a voice, but like if you have Homelander and Starlight, when you're running around as operators in the game, if they're, like they're gonna get custom guns. We know that because they do custom weapons for every character that comes out in the game.
Right.
But it's also going to be like, I can imagine Starlight's is going to be like, she's going to have some kind of assault rifle that has white tracers on it to like stand in for her light blasts.
Yeah.
Right. But I mean, it's kind of cool because the characters tend to be like really faithful, and the graphic fidelity in that game is really high. So they're going to look very, very good. So I'm actually excited for this. Like, I'm definitely going to get Homelander and just go wreck people.
Yeah, and do it, and just have no morals whatsoever.
I don't
morals.
play Call of Duty anyways. I'm not 90% of the time I'm cussing out 12-year-olds. It's fine.
Well, you know what? Maybe they deserve it.
I was gonna say, knowing you, they probably deserve it, and you probably
Coming from Phil.
Right?
Oh, that's hilarious.
My favorite thing to do is like the easiest way to piss off a 12-year-old in a video game is you kill them, and then oh my god, what the hell is that? When you kill a 12-year-old and they like we call them squeakers. When you kill a squeaker, right? Because their voices are not. Yeah. You kill a squeaker, and when you kill a squeaker in the game, they get all upset, and they're just like, "Oh my god, how did that happen?" John C.
Oh my god, you killed Kenny.
Yeah. Or just like, "How did you save me?" Just like stuff like that. I'm the biggest asshole, and it's hilarious. All right, guys, let's move into the next story, or else I'm going to keep on going.
Hey, let's have some respect. This is some sad news. This is sad Hollywood news.
Yeah.
As everyone probably knows, the world of entertainment is mourning the loss of a true legend. Alan Arkin passed on at the age of 89. Throughout his career, his performances were marked by their depth and authenticity, and he was just brilliant in his approach to playing his characters. His breakout role was in 1966 with The Russians Are Coming, The Russians Are Coming, which earned him an Academy Award nomination for Best Actor. He went on to deliver unforgettable performances in iconic films such as Wait Until Dark, Catch-22, The Heart is a Lonely Hunter. In 2007, Arkin's portrayal of Edwin Hoover in Little Miss Sunshine garnered him widespread acclaim and an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor. He also appeared in films such as Edward Scissorhands, The Rocketeer, Glengarry Glen Ross, Grosse Point Blank, and many more. So he'll be missed. It's sad.
I didn't realize he was that old. Honestly, I didn't
either. No, he
was that old.
He did pretty good. He had a pretty good
Well, yeah, I mean, he was the older Arkin, so he has a son too,
right?
Who's done a lot as well. But yeah, I've loved him for a while. Like, he's such a great actor.
Yeah.
So I'll miss him.
Alan Arkin was a great actor, and actually, just real quick here, we'll do a quick moment of silence for him, just to, Rest in peace, Alan Arkin.
Rest in peace.
Dude's a legend, man. And I mean, he's played a lot of great roles. He's another one of those guys that kind of paved the way. So I mean, like, it's
yeah.
Seems this year we're losing all the legends.
Mhm.
But at the same time, he did live a decent life. He was 89.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He got a good life in.
And I
A
mean,
good run of
he
it.
was working up until a couple of years ago. I mean, he was doing
Yeah.
movies, so
Right.
it's good for him too that he could still continue to work.
Yep.
So
Right.
yeah.
Right.
All right, so let's do something. Let's just like totally 180 this.
All right,
let's
bring
get
the
this
room up
vibe
here.
back.
Alrighty,
get
now let's
this.
go into news that we're all
Whoosh,
excited
whoosh.
about.
Yeah.
Oh, if we're gonna talk about who's excited the most here,
We know you are,
the
Phil.
rest of the news going forward from here, like the next 4 stories, are all things
Deadpool 3.
blowing my mind right now. Guys, the Deadpool rumors are becoming more true than rumors. You guys have no idea how excited I am right now. Now, here's one that's still technically a rumor, right? But we decided to put it in the news area because so much fucking Deadpool news came out that we had to just kind of put it all in place, right? According to the new report involving Deadpool 3, we might actually finally get to see Channing Tatum as Gambit.
Woo.
Right?
Woo.
Insider My Time to Shine recently shared on social media that Tatum has actually already filmed a cameo scene for the film. There are reports that several other X-Men characters could appear, such as Halle Berry as Storm, Famke Jensen as Jean Grey, and James Marsden returning as Cyclops. There are also reports that Ben Affleck will be showing up in the movie as Daredevil. Kind of like leading into that, right? Just considering that if we're getting Ben Affleck as Daredevil, this one was confirmed, right?
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah.
Guys, Jennifer Garner is coming back as Elektra.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
yeah.
with this, I think we're more likely to have Affleck back.
Especially because
definitely.
they've already announced that he was on set, right? Like we know that Affleck
Yeah.
was on set already, right? So last week we were talking, or not last week, 2 weeks ago, we were talking about how maybe Affleck's coming back and they're going to do a DC joke, which they still can, right?
Yeah.
I mean, knowing
They can
Ryan
do that joke, and I'll be happy.
yeah, like they
yeah.
can make a Batman joke, but he's definitely coming back as Ben Affleck, or as Daredevil, and I guarantee you they're gonna do some kind of joke where it was like, it's not like you're rich.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
I could see that, or I could see them both saying something about, hey, didn't you used to wear green? And then
Or oh
Yeah,
my god,
something like that,
about DC.
make a blind as a bat joke.
yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. There you go. Blind
Yeah.
as a bat.
Blind as a bat.
He goes, what's more blind, you or the bat?
Yeah.
What the hell
I
are you
mean-
talking about, Wade? Don't worry about it.
Well,
it's
I mean, and then there's also the set photos that put
Right.
Hugh Jackman in the yellow.
Oh, we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that.
suit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're getting to that, Frey.
We're gonna get to that here. So, guys, the news actually comes from Hollywood. The Hollywood Reporter that Jennifer Garner is actually set to reprise her role as Elektra Nachios. Garner first played Elektra in the 20th Century Fox version in 2003 of Daredevil, and then she got her own spin-off a couple of years later, which I wasn't a fan of either of those movies, but it's great because again they're supposedly bringing back the X-Men cast. And the only thing I want to see is if they're bringing back Halle Berry, they're bringing back Famke Jensen, they're bringing back James Marsden. I want to see them in the OG costumes.
Yes.
Oh, like
Yeah.
you want to see Famke in the little green dress
No,
with
actually, I want to see her in the yellow and blue suit that has like the whole neck guard on it.
Oh yeah. Oh, you want that? You want like the '90s version? That's what you want.
Getting a '90s Wolverine. I want to.
Yeah,
That's a good point.
Yeah,
like
I want
'97. You want X-Men
Yeah, you want
'97?
X-Men 97.
100%. Exactly. Like I
Yeah.
want Jean Grey, Storm, and Cyclops. I think Halle Berry would look dope in that costume.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
she would look
Oh
really
yeah,
great in that.
yeah.
The black and white costume with the finger things on them. Like I think that would.
Mhm.
So I mean, I'm already talking about it right now, but we've got pictures, guys. Oh, did you guys all all this too?
Okay.
Oh yeah.
The only
Yeah.
issue is the sleeves.
that's the thing is I listened to something earlier today where they talked about this, right? Is that it is a very faithful costume to the 90s version of Wolverine, aside from the sleeves, right? So they were saying like he has these sleeves, which he doesn't have in any of the comics, but there's also rumors that he is going to have a sleeveless one in this, but it's the brown version of it.
Yeah.
Right. So the more updated version of the costume in the comics right now, the brown version, they're saying that that's going to be the one that's going to be sleeveless.
Okay.
Oh, that'll be cool because that one was see, that was the first one I remember Wolverine being in was the brown and the orange. And then he went to that one. And then I remember that one from the reboot when they just renumbered everything and had like the different everybody went to different groups and stuff. But yeah, I remember that. But then I know he wore that in X-Men 97 as well. So I'm wondering if it's going to be a hybrid of the cartoon and comic accurate.
Well,
you know what I mean? Like
is
that.
that they're going to be dealing in the multiverse. So I have a feeling that they're going to be going into like different versions of the characters, and you're going to see multiple versions of these characters in different universes.
Yeah,
I absolutely think that. I think that this is going to be just like Deadpool, travels the multiverse.
Right.
So,
because
with
TVA
that,
involved in this.
Across the Deadverse.
Well, with that, I love the next set photo.
Right. Well, just to kind of explain everybody on the audio side, right? So Ryan Reynolds shared a photo from the set of Deadpool 3 on his Instagram featuring himself as Deadpool alongside Hugh Jackman as Wolverine wearing the comic book style suit. Now, again, we're commenting on the picture, but essentially the suit looks exactly like the X-Men 97 minus the mask.
This was also on Hugh's Instagram story.
Right. Well, Hugh Jackman posted it after Ryan did. Posted it directly on. Of course, Deadpool has a comic book accurate costume. Looks like he has a choker on right now. So I have a feeling that has something to do with the time travel or the multiverse travel and all that. But
what if the TVA's in it and it's one of the TVA callers?
Right. So I mean,
like Loki had.
Right. So I mean, that's the thing is that TVA are going to be involved in this. Now, there's also an Easter egg at the end of The Wolverine, where one of the characters or it wasn't an Easter egg. It was taken out of the movie because James Mangold said that if they would have left it in, it would have messed up Fox's plans. But they filmed a scene where one of the Japanese characters gives Logan his signature costume.
Right. I remember that.
He opens a box, and the first thing you see is the brown mask.
It's the yellow
I saw
with the eyes and the gloves.
Right. Well, they added it. They put it in as a special feature on
deleted scene
as a deleted scene. But Mangold talks about how like originally he was trying to give him the comic book accurate costume, and Fox was like, "Well, we have other plans. We don't want to do that." So they ended up deleting the scene, and then that led into Logan. But I mean, like, still, like there was a chance that we were going to get that version of Wolverine. So the fact that existed at one point is something that Ryan Reynolds can play off of for this character in the movie.
Oh yeah.
So just kind of leading into one more joke, and again, Cam was talking about this, but I mean, I got excited when I saw this too. Today we got a new photo to share with you using the film's shocking connection to 20th Century Fox. This is the setting for the brawl involving Wolverine and Deadpool, which again, if you've seen the set photos, there's a bunch of set photos.
Oh, look, there's Wolverine
posted all
down
the
in
set.
the
I posted set photos on the Nerdington Post. So if you guys want to head over to the Nerdington Post on Facebook to see all of them,
right?
Please do so.
There's set photos where you can see Wolverine basically beating the crap out of Wade, right?
Yeah. There's one set photo with like Wade's leg in Wolverine's hand.
Yeah. Makes sense because like Wolverine probably cuts off like parts of him, and he's just like, that's not gonna work, right? And just
you can keep doing that, but it's just gonna grow back.
What I would love is if they do a reference to Evil Deadpool. Right? Because if you guys read the comics and you know how Evil Deadpool comes to be, Deadpool has been like chopped to pieces so many times that one of the body parts that he grows back and doesn't put back on grows into a separate Deadpool, and that becomes evil
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
like a freaking chameleon.
because of this set photo, people are thinking it's an adaptation of Deadpool kills the Marvel universe, but instead of it being full Marvel, it is the 20th Century Fox
Oh my god, I would love
universe.
that. Okay, I would love that.
Oh,
I
I
would
think
love
that
it.
would be
That.
great. I think
Yeah,
he's
and-
gonna go
And it would
into a
explain
lot
why
of
we have
universes.
20th Century Fox logo destroyed in the background.
Right.
Mm.
I would love, because I mean, everybody's since we got the first adaptation of Deadpool, everybody's been saying we need a version of Deadpool kills at some point, and like this would be the perfect way to do it. It's like, okay, how do we incorporate Deadpool kills? We have him kill off the Fox universe to have the TVA just at the end of the movie, have the TVA arrest him, and now that's how we explain how he becomes a part of this universe.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm going to
And
go
then-
a little deeper on that.
then
So
you-
I
Okay.
think he's going to be tasked by the TVA to
To
pick
prune
up
the
heroes from these other universes to help with. They know a secret wars is coming, and so that he's been tasked to go and get them because he's the only one that can survive the time anomaly and not freak out now that it's been changed. And so
Hit
I think
him and
that is going to
Logan.
be it. Yeah. Mhm.
And
He
or
picks up Logan, and then that's what.
he's in Loki season 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And that's another thing is I have a feeling that he's gonna be in Loki season 2. It's probably gonna be like a post credit scene of just like him inside of like a cell or something.
Right?
Yeah.
You're like, can you let me
Or
out?
him with a number just standing in line.
That would be perfect. I've been waiting here for like a decade. What
Yeah. They told me to take a number, and that number never changes. I don't know what to do here. Like that. Yeah.
I've been here for
So-
about 3 years now, just waiting.
Yeah.
You guys seen that freaky ass clock?
Just waiting.
Oh, there we go.
Hey.
That's what I'm doing.
As much as I want to continue talking about this, we definitely have to move on. But guys,
We got to move on.
just know I am so excited for everything we're seeing from this set, from all these set leaks and the set photos, which again is Ryan Reynolds leaking shit like he always does.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Yeah.
He's
He's got such a good marketing head on his shoulders that he's
Yeah.
really good at just giving just enough that it doesn't ruin anything, but it still informs.
the only other thing that would cap off this movie is if there's a Mint Mobile ad in the movie
And
Oh, yeah.
aviation gin.
and they're drinking aviation gin. Like I want
With Betty Buzz.
Yeah, I want the most blatant product placement for his stuff. Oh, and then of course, you have to have at the end of the movie the two of them watching a Wrexham match.
Yeah.
Yes.
So interesting thing I noticed with these set photos is it's not the full katanas on his back. Part of it is CGI'd in.
A lot of times they do that specifically because he can't move around with those katanas on his back the right way. So a lot of times they'll put that in post production. It's the same thing with his eyes. The eyes.
Right. I
if
know
you-
about his eyes are CG'd.
Well,
But
'cause
they do that with a lot of people. Like it's not just Deadpool. They do that, like not just with Ryan Reynolds, like other heroes. They
but
put,
I just
they
thought it was
CGI
interesting
stuff.
about the katanas.
Yeah. No, I mean it's cool, but yeah.
All right, guys. Well, let's get into the next story here.
Don't ever try to pull the curtain from the magic.
Some Frey news going on here because Frey, it's all you right
Crazy
here.
up in here.
Oh,
I
Fred, you're
mean-
going?
I'm not going. I wish I was. San Diego Comic-Con is right around the corner. The schedule has dropped, and while this isn't the epic day of panels that we've seen in the past, most notably lacking Marvel Studios. There's still plenty of stuff to see, especially the big eye in the middle of Comic-Con.
Oh.
It sees everything.
Sees all.
It's the eye of Comic-Con.
We're
All
getting
right.
a short round Funko.
So,
Good.
okay. Friday,
To beat out.
some highlights below include panels for Good Omen Season 2, The Walking Dead universe, Rick and Morty, The Continental, Gen V, Bob's Burgers, Invincible, and more. You've got Tiny Toons Luniversity, and then My Adventures with Superman. You're going to get to watch a new episode of that, the newest comedy, I guess.
Have you seen the teasers for that?
It looks really cute.
It looks awesome.
Yeah, it looks really cute. Like, people are saying like that's like the Superman that they like. That's the Superman they've always wanted, kind of things. And I'm just like, okay.
Waiting for.
You got Good Omens Season 2. It's a sneak peek from Prime Video. That series is returning July 28th. So that's actually coming up in a couple of weeks. Walking Dead universe. The AMC TV franchise is going to be there in full force, apparently. Rick and Morty's 10th anniversary. I can't believe it's been 10 years for Rick and Morty.
Really? When I saw that, I was kind of like, I was thrown off by that because I didn't realize they've been around for 10 years.
Yeah,
Well,
it's crazy.
Tuesday is the 15th anniversary of The Dark Knight.
Oh,
Right.
wow. Yeah. But it's just weird. I don't know. Animation's weird when, like, for that. I don't. Okay. So, and then the Peacock's Continental from the world of John Wick. It's stars from the series and the EPs Basil Iwanek and Albert Hughes provide an exclusive first look at the series. We've got,
I believe that's also the last series that Lance Reddick appears in.
yeah, Gen V. It's the spinoff from The Boys, and it's they're it's like high school, not high school, college.
College, yeah.
Yeah, it's set at a college. Prime Video's Invincible. I'm
so excited for. I
really-
love season 1.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that.
Also, friend of the show, Brandon McKinney is a storyboard artist for Invincible. So it's
That's
very
cool.
big.
Yeah. Justice League War World. Also,
I
that's
saw this. I saw I saw a couple of not screenshots, but like some of the test art for it, and it looks awesome.
yeah. I think it's gonna be really cool. And then we've got on Saturday, if I can get my computer to work right. Go up. Okay. There's a mysterious legendary entertainment panel. All things Star Trek, Futurama, William Shatner, Babylon 5, Family Guy, Star Wars, Outlaws, and more. You get your Star Trek universe. I guess it's going to have exclusive content from Discovery, Lower Decks, and Strange New Worlds for all the Trekkies out there and the Trekkers. You can William Shatner.
Derogatory at this point.
William Shatner, you can call me Bill. The icon himself hosts an entertaining discussion about his illustrious career, spotlighted by his 2 most recent adventures.
So 2 Star Trek panels, okay.
It's and you're getting William Shatner's favorite thing that in the world talking about himself.
Exactly.
Right.
Futurama. So there's going to be a world premiere screening of the beloved sci-fi animation series before the new season premieres on the 24th on Hulu. So there's that. The sights and the sounds of Lumpia.
The deep
Hey,
fried
we know those guys.
the pod.
Yeah.
Which, speaking of the care packages that I sent, right?
Yeah, I got it's right back. It's back here. I just haven't put it up yet.
So that poster that you got is the one that they're giving away at SDCC.
Oh, that's cool. Yay.
Yeah.
Woo! I got Future Bling.
Yeah, he
So
signed.
you got an exclusive.
Yeah. That, I'll show you guys. Sorry, it's on the other side of the room. The last part of that poster is the announcement for the new movie.
Ooh.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
but yeah, so it's the sights and sounds of Lumpia, the deep fried universe, and beyond. It takes a village. That's how a delicious Filipino spring roll became a comic book and independent film marvel that found its audience at Comic-Con and stormed movie theaters on its own. So that's going to be there on Saturday.
Right. And they do have some announcements that they're going to be announcing there that I'm really excited for. Stuff that like insider information that we already know about, but yeah, no.
We'll never tell.
No, we're not allowed because we're under NDA. But I mean, still, like, I'm excited for the stuff that they're announcing. Just because,
we might have also given them a quite good few ideas.
We did, yeah.
We did. Some of those ideas that we gave them were things that were already happening. That's why he was like, "Are you reading my script?" I'm like, "No, man. Those were."
that was called parallel thinking, buddy. Parallel thinking.
Great minds think alike. It's really what it was.
So Star Wars Outlaws, the new game, they're going to have a panel. Marvel's next big thing. It's the place to be for announcements about the future of the Marvel Comics universe.
Yeah, and I knew they were going to be there. I knew that Marvel was going to be there in that capacity, that they were going to talk comic books. So
I'm hoping that at the end of that, they tack on the Loki season 2 trailer.
I don't think they
need to have.
I don't think that they're going to announce do that stuff there. I think it's really just comic book stuff. They're probably going to talk about the fallout for the fact that they just killed off Kamala Khan. So I mean, like,
that's a big thing. So I know that puts some people's nose out of joint.
Some people are really upset about that. And you know, when it comes to Marvel Comics, nobody is truly dead. So
that's true, and mostly for DC.
Yeah, I mean, because even Uncle Ben is back. You know, in a way, Uncle Ben's dead in the 616 universe. But
we sure like his rice.
Uncle Ben is a canon event.
No, but he is.
He is a Nexus being.
He is. There is a universe where Uncle Ben doesn't die, which is the universe that Spider-Gwen becomes Spider-Woman.
Okay, true.
In that universe, Uncle Ben isn't dead, but Peter Parker is dead in that universe. So
somebody's got to be dead.
Right. Exactly.
And then the last thing on Saturday is Transformers and G.I. Joe return to the Energon universe.
Energon
universe.
You call yourself a nerd?
I never said I was a Transformers G.I. Joe nerd.
So I mean,
whatever.
I'm excited to see what's going to come out of Comic-Con. Of course, we're not going to be able to be there or anything like that. But I mean, just like the stuff that they're announcing or the panels that they're going to have, stuff that they're going to be showing at Comic-Con. I mean, I'm just as excited for this stuff as I am for anything that the major studios would have announced anyways.
I'm excited. Yeah, we have a new Stranger Things pop coming out for San Diego Comic-Con, and I'm most likely going to be getting it.
Well, that's cool. Yeah, I love when I went to Comic-Con, when I have been there before, but when I went there, I loved the giveaways. I thought that was the fun stuff for me, was the giveaways.
Yeah, I need to get out to San Diego Comic-Con to get some of the ones with the San Diego stickers for the pops.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I like my summer convention, winter convention, fall convention stickers, but I want an actual Comic-Con sticker.
Yeah,
I hear that.
Okay, let's talk about food.
Yeah, because it's
okay. Time. Who has the best Chris Pratt impression?
I don't know about a Chris Pratt impression.
Hey, no, let me do it. I want to do it. Let me do it.
Do it, Frey.
Oh boy, it's a Oreo.
Woo! now, Phil, we need it in Mickey Mouse.
Oh boy, it's an Oreo.
There we go.
Now you can also do this, right? Oh boy, it's an Oreo.
Yeah. How about this? Oh boy, it's Oreo.
Oh boy,
it's
not
Oreo. About the cookie.
Oh boy, it's an Oreo. Oh, it's an Oreo.
Boy, it's Oreo.
About the cream.
Oh boy, it's Oreo.
Oh, you guys are ridiculous.
You got to do the Captain Albano, right?
Captain Lou Albano.
Right. Oh boy, it's Oreo. It's me, Mario.
That's awesome. Okay, so let's talk about these Oreos. Super Mario.
It's me, Mario.
It's me, Mario. Super Mario, here to talk about the Oreo.
It's me. I'm hungry. It's Oreo.
Stop eating me.
Stop eating me.
Why you want to eat in my face? Okay.
All right. Let's not take that too far.
Super Mario has been a video game icon for nearly 40 years, but the franchise is more popular than ever with a hit movie. Apparently, that's all it takes is one hit movie, and then it's really popular.
The movie was so much better than anybody expected it to be. It's better than it had any business being.
Yeah, it absolutely is. I agree. I'm right there with you. Hold on. And now my computer's being weird again. So apparently Super Mario's on Oreos now. I mean, that's really it.
Unlimited of the thesis here.
For Super Mario fans that makes eating a whole sleeve in one sitting a heroic act. So let's do this because we haven't had one the entire show. Guys, we have a Super Oreo Mario Cookie Brothers opsis.
Super Oreo. Here, let me try it. Super Oreo Mario Cookie Bros synopsis.
Super Oreo Mario Cookie Bros opsis synopsis.
Super Oreo Mario Cookie Bros opsis.
Yeah. Now I feel you got to do it in Mario's voice.
Super Oreo Mario Cookie Bros opsis synopsis. Oh, jeez. That was a hot.
Nice, Luigi.
That's how the cookie crumbles.
The cookie.
Why you call them cookies? We call them biscuits.
Give me a biscuit. Because I'm an Italian plumber from Japan. Oh. All right.
Okay, so there are 16 Super Mario themed cookies in all, with embossed designs that include characters such as Mario, Luigi, Toad, and Yoshi, along with villains like Bowser, Bowser Jr., Goomba, and Boo. There are also power-ups like Fire Flower, Super Mushroom, and
Psychedelic
Superstar. These themed cookies are inserted into packs randomly, so you might need several packs to find them all. Oh, yay! So, and also make sure that you have 911, ready after you eat all of these cookies.
You like 90% of those cookies are just going to be they're just going to be coins.
Yeah.
Right? And then every now and then you get one that has like a Mario on it. It's like, oh, I gotta collect that one.
So
and then
put it in the vault.
And then you put it back in.
Rare one.
Well, and then you put it back in, and then your partner comes in and goes, "Oh, an Oreo," and then they eat it.
Right.
That's what happened.
For God's sake.
So this is just like the Pokemon Oreos they released.
Oh.
I don't know. Was there a Superstar one?
All I care about is if you eat a Super Mushroom Oreo, do you grow in size?
Yes, you do.
I thought you were going somewhere
this way,
totally different with that Super
have no
Mushroom.
idea. I almost did.
Okay. I was gonna go. I cannot comment on that. I'm on an NDA. No, I'm just kidding.
Guys, if you want to get your hands on these limited edition Super Mario Oreo cookies before they sell out, you can order them on Amazon and at Walmart for as little as $4.46. That is a very specific price.
Very, very
That's when you
that
want
is
to just
Amazon,
look at
though.
the Oreo bag and go, "Who hurt you? Why are you only $4.46?"
You know what it is? Because they make it so that when tax hits it, it's like, oh, it's exactly $4.99.
Yeah, something like that. It's just, I just think it's funny. I was like, "Who hurt you? Who made you feel that It made you feel that you weren't enough for those other 4 sins.
Oh God.
And we still got the breakdown, everybody.
Oh Lord. I know.
Longest episode ever, and then I'm gonna post it online. And it's only gonna be like an hour and a half. All right, let's let's get into this breakdown, guys, because it is now time for the breakdown.
Break it down.
All right, here we go, guys. This is the moment we've all been waiting for because it's time to break down some Secret Invasion, starting with episode 2. Hold on, let me turn this on. Turn off the volume. Go away! There we go. All right. Secret Invasion, season 1, episode 2. Secret Invasion continues its darker than usual MCU tone going into episode 2. In the aftermath of the bombing in Moscow, Nick Fury finds himself more alone than ever as he seeks to stop Gravik from continuing his covert infiltration of Earth, all while reckoning with decisions made in his past. So, guys, before we jump into the Easter eggs here, what were your expectations going into episode 2?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I do not remember.
I have no expectations for this show. Whatever happens is going to take me by surprise, no matter what.
But that's the thing is that, like, okay, so where I go with this is at the very end of the episode itself, of the first episode, you know, we had the spoilers. If you haven't watched it yet, this is your fault. But you have this whole situation where Gravik essentially sets off a bomb in Moscow, kills Maria Hill, and then essentially makes it look like it's
Fury that did it.
Fury that did it. Going into the second episode, I mean, you know, we start going into kind of like where everything kind of happened with that, where the fallout was on that, and it definitely went into a different place than everybody expected. We find out that there is a lot of like I want to say, like, all of us were expecting we were going to see like a major reveal, which we didn't get one in that second episode.
No.
You know, and what we ended up getting was characters that were introduced in that episode that were very high ranking and very influential people, but were introduced in that episode.
Yeah, that we'd never seen before. It would have never known to look out for.
Right.
Before that episode.
So
yeah, absolutely.
Everybody lost the game at that point because we were all expecting a reveal. You know, like, yeah, some random character that nobody expected.
All right.
I'm telling you, the tall, Secret Service tall guy, he's gonna be a Skrull. I'm just saying that.
Right.
Secret Service
maybe eventually. So let's get into the Easter eggs, guys. So Rosa Dalton has a DNA sample of Groot in Secret Invasion episode 2, Groot and Stormbreaker in Avengers Infinity War. One of the biggest mysteries introduced in Secret Invasion episode 2 is that Gravik has planned for Rosa Dalton, a scientist he has tasked with obtaining DNA samples across the globe. Essentially, without going into like the whole thing that we have here, she has samples of Groot's DNA.
She has Groot. There's a frost giant. There's Cull Obsidian, and then I can't remember what the other one was. Was it a dark elf? No, it was
the
Extremis. It was Extremis.
That's right.
That's what it was.
They have the Extremis virus.
Yeah. So they have all, like, so they have those 4 things. And they kept talking about harvesting and going to places that, like, that's how we are introduced to Dalton.
Right.
The Dalton, like, it's her and her husband. But what I was like, they kept saying harvest and, oh, these places have been empty and all that. What if it's the DODC? What if somebody in the DODC is a Skrull? Like maybe the lady from the Miss Marvel, like the woman that kept hunting her. Maybe she's a Skrull and she's feeding them information. And that's why they've got such a hard on for getting the teens and getting them locked down so they can get their DNA to power the Skrulls.
Mm.
And that actually makes a lot of sense. Like it makes a lot
Yeah.
of sense to have, you know, DNA from or not DNA. I'm sorry, I'm thinking of something else. It makes a lot of sense to have somebody in damage control because they have
Yeah.
such power within
Mhm.
the MCU. So I mean, that makes a lot of sense.
Well, they were tasked with all the
Cleanup.
extra, the cleanup for the extraterrestrial stuff. So they could have a whole bunch of stuff, and that could be who's supplying all of the DNA for making the Super Skrull. So it came to me after I had seen it, and I was like, well, wouldn't the DODC, that's what they were talking about in Miss Marvel, and they were so like, they really wanted her. And it was like, okay, why, we kept saying, why do they want her so badly? Why is this such a priority? And now it's starting to make more sense. So I think
where it makes
that's
sense,
part of
like all of these, all the DNA samples that they have are all beings that have been to Earth.
Right.
So, you have Groot, which is easy to get DNA from him because he probably leaves things all over the place.
Right, there's just twigs.
Yeah, there's just twigs everywhere.
But then also like the Frost Beast, right? Like they have DNA from the Frost Beast that the Dark Elves transported to Earth in the final scene on Dark World, right?
Yeah.
Cull Obsidian pretty much like left.
He lost a hand.
Yeah,
in like Central Park.
But like he left all kinds of traces all over the place, right?
Yeah. His body was there. He died there. He died.
Right.
True. Extremity is easy because that's a human virus. So I mean, like you've got that whole thing right there. Like,
well, if they've got somebody in Tony's organization, he would have taken all of that information from AIM, and so they could have gotten the information because he stabilized it with Pepper. And so he would have had all of that information somewhere in his databases. So if anybody has the Stark, has if a Skrull is in the Stark organization and high enough up, they could also get that information and give it to the Daltons. So I think the Extremis is the easiest one to get. The other ones would be more difficult, but I still think that this could all be damage control. So.
Yeah. So that makes sense. So really, after all that, all the other Easter eggs that we talked to, because they pretty much all fall in line. The only other Easter egg that we got at the end of the episode was Priscilla Fury.
Yeah, that was really interesting. That she, it was just like, okay, now he's got a wife, and it's like, wait a minute, he wasn't lying about that. To Stevie Boy, he wasn't lying about having a wife. So yeah, so I was just like, okay, yeah. Well, finally somebody getting married, because those Mandalorians, they ain't getting married, and it upsets me.
Yeah, because you failed on that one right there.
Hey, there's still another season. It ain't over yet.
They're
not over yet.
They're not going to get married. It's not going to happen.
You got to consolidate the houses.
I'm just going to continue to do it. I can't wait until the next season of Mandalorian.
They're not married because then that would fail the Bechdel test, and they're trying not to fail the Bechdel test in this.
Okay. Well, they're going to get married, and that's the Frey Girl test.
They're not gonna get married because you make it a truly feminist character if you don't have her succumb to having to marry a man. That she is independent on her own and she's badass in herself. She doesn't need him. No, but
she just gets married. So it's a political thing, and they just think, and they want to be a family. That's not being a feminist.
No. They just came out and said,
"Are you mansplaining being a feminist to me?"
That's what I'm saying. That's not what I'm trying to say. That's not what I'm trying to say. What's his name? The Mandalorian. The guy that plays
Din Djarin.
The
guy that
Pedro Pascal.
Pedro Pascal said that going forward, he's no longer going to be the Mandalorian because they're passing that mantle on to I was going to say Sabine Wren. It's not Sabine Wren.
To Grogu.
No.
Bo-Katan.
Bo-Katan.
That Bo-Katan is going to be Bo-Katan Kryze is going to be the Mandalorian going forward.
Ooh.
No, that's not true.
Yeah. So
You're messing with me. You just don't want it to come true, and so you're trying to make it not come true.
It's not going to happen because you're making her an independent character. All right. Well, that's it for episode 2 as far as Easter eggs are in this.
So with his wife, the only thing I could think of when I saw it was Incredibles.
Oh,
Honey,
okay.
Where's my super suit?
Yes, that was hilarious. Yeah, I thought that too, just for a minute. I just thought it was great that he just walks in and he's just kind of looking around like, oh, look at what she did to the place, kind of thing. So
she's all like, "Where's your damn ring?"
Yeah.
Well, where's my super suit?
Yeah.
The ring was the part that I was thinking of. Where's my super suit?
God. All right. Well, let's move into the next trailer here, guys. Or not trailer, but the next episode.
Yeah.
Episode.
I was about to say, man.
We're back on trailers.
We're back on trailers.
No, not
More trailers. What?
Going into episode 3 here, guys. So episode 3, from connections to Captain Marvel to the DNA samples Gravik has acquired that referenced former MCU entries. Secret Invasion Easter eggs were plenty in the first 2 episodes. This only continued with Secret Invasion episode 3, which further references the broader Marvel Cinematic Universe, albeit not as extensively as the preceding episodes. So Secret Invasion episode 3 marks the first mention of Super Skrulls, because they do actually mention they use the word. He actually says Super Skrull in it.
And I love that they actually had a Skrull say it.
Yeah.
Like they gave themselves the name. Like, because so many times, like heroes and villains, they don't pick their name. It's like, it's the, Lois Lane picked Superman. You know what I mean? It's like that kind of stuff.
Some kind of rhinoceros? Some kind of rhino?
Yeah.
Some kind
You look like a rhino, kind of thing. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm just saying it. Good for them. Way to empower themselves.
Yeah.
So,
Literally.
Yeah. That's good. All right. So Secret Invasion episode 3 references Black Widow's Dreykov.
Dreykov's daughter. Yeah.
Yeah. Black Widow, Dreykov's villain Natasha, much like episode 2 before it. Secret Invasion episode 3 featured flashbacks to the 1990s. Flashbacks centered on Fury's budding relationship with Vara, the Skrull revealed to be his wife in Secret Invasion's present storyline. Vara was revealed to be part of Fury's Skrull division that he established after Captain Marvel, which provided him with information to protect Earth while he and Carol Danvers found their homeworld. I did like the way that they kind of incorporated how the Skrull, like, because I mentioned this a long time ago that I like the idea of the Skrulls being more complicated than just being an evil race, right?
Yeah.
And they very much established that in this series, that there are people, there are Skrulls that don't believe in their cause, but then there are Skrulls that help them. There are, you see some of the unrest with the Skrulls in that, yes, like you see the arguments between Nick and Talos, right? And the arguments like, you wouldn't be who you are if it wasn't for me feeding you information.
Oh yeah, that whole car scene where they're there and they start first they talk about the dog, which, oh my gosh, whoever owns the Dalmatian that they used, you have a very beautiful dog. That Dalmatian was gorgeous, and I was in awe of it. But anyway, so the whole car scene, that was so great. That was so great. And the way that they just kept it going when they got to Bob's house. And then, and the whole thing. Oh, that was hilarious. And that whole, well, thank you, Nick Fury, for, thanks for saving my life, Nick Fury. It's like, it was.
Okay, so I love that they reference that, right? Like that he specifically calls him Nick, and he knows that's a call. That's a tell, right? He goes, nobody calls me Nick, Bob.
Okay. Right? I beg to differ with Nicholas J. Fury, but several people have called him Nick.
I think the people who call him Nick, there's certain people that call him Nick, right?
Right.
And
Would you like to know who they are? Because I have names.
go for it.
Okay, so in Avengers, Tony calls him Nick sarcastically. So I
Right.
don't really count that as a Nick. He normally calls him Fury
We're
in
gonna be here
every
for a
other
while.
Because
every other
he
movie.
does that to piss him off. So I mean, yeah.
Right. It was just a dig. So I didn't count that one. So then after that, really the only other time that people say his name on any given time is Captain America Winter Soldier. And Steve calls him Nick on multiple occasions. Maria Hill calls him Nick on multiple occasions.
See, Maria's the only one
Nat.
that called him Nick.
Nat calls him Nick. And she's like, don't do this to me, Nick. Don't do this to me, Nick. It's when he's dying. So again, that could just be Nat doing that because it's such a personal, emotional moment for her. And so she wants that kind of closeness. But Steve calls him that when they're just having conversations. And Maria calls him that when they're just having conversations. And then she does that. She calls him Nick again in Infinity War, but then again, they're also dusting. So then that could be a very emotional thing. So I do.
And they're close. I mean, they've established that Maria and Nick are really close.
Yeah.
You know, why that scene happens in episode 1 is because of their closeness. That's kind of what they decided to do with that. You know, where I was going to get with this is that Talos doesn't call him Nick.
No, he calls him Fury, but
that's how he knew, is because Talos doesn't call him Nick.
Yeah.
Talos is
yeah.
You know, so that's the whole thing, is that, you know, him going and saying nobody calls me Nick, Bob, because he knows that Talos doesn't call me Nick.
Well,
wasn't it Rhodey who called him Nick in this series?
Well, so Rhodey calls him Nick.
That's the Dick at Fury, though.
But if you watch the whole scene, he calls him Fury up until he's frustrated and his frustration and anger shows. And then after he gives this whole speech, and he's like, and he, you know, emphasizes it with Nick. So I don't think that that's a true indication of whether or not he's a Skrull. I think
but
that
it
was
still
more
was
of
funny that, you know, he's all like, nobody calls me Nick, Bob, and you just had earlier that Rhodey just called him Nick.
But again, like the way that he's saying it is like nobody in a friendly manner calls him Nick. You know, like my friends don't call me Nick.
Conversationally, I'm not called Nick. Yeah.
Right. Like, you know, Talos wouldn't just in a conversation call him Nick. And that's for him.
And it was a big thing in Captain Marvel. Yeah. Like there's a whole scene in a bar with him and Carol where, you know, he's like, no one calls me Nick. And she's like, what about your mom? It's like, Fury, what does your mom call you? What do you like? They go through the whole thing. They all call, you know, we all call each other Fury. So it's like, I think that's when, after that movie, I think we should go from there forward. And that's when the Skrulls are in there. So I think that's it. Anyway, go ahead.
Right. So I mean,
and then I've also got an extremis and sugar thing, but we'll do that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and the amount of sugar they had on set
right now. I was actually gonna start talking about extremis. Because I mean, like, it's revealed pretty much in this episode that one of Gravik's Super Skrull powers is extremis. It's based on extremis. After the conversation that we all see in the trailer, where, you know, everybody turns into Gravik, you know, Talos and Talos, he, for lack of a better expression, showed his dick, because it was like he straight up was just like, you know, Gravik was sitting there digging at him, saying, "You are unworthy, and you're not. You know, this is why you got voted out, and you're never going to be the general." And just shows him, like, I can destroy you at any chance that I want to, right?
Yeah.
And basically, and not knowing that he's a Super Skrull at this point, but I mean, like, you know, were he a regular Skrull, he's just like, I could kill you. You're nothing to me, right? And stabs him in the hand and pins him to the table, thinking that was actually something that on a normal Skrull that would have been a thing. But I mean, like, you know, he didn't know that he was a Super Skrull, right? He just pinned him to the table and walked away, showing him that, like, you know, I can be ruthless if I need to be, but I don't want to be ruthless. Like, the whole thing is, I'm trying to be, you know, as diplomatic as possible, and that's a sign of a good leadership.
Right. Yeah.
And you know, again, he walks out, right? He gets bumped into by his daughter, not knowing it's his daughter, but you see
I
this.
mean, and you knew that immediately it was her.
Right.
Oh yeah,
Like you absolutely knew it was her immediately.
Yeah. But I mean, like, you know, the extremist thing being that, like, at that point, he just essentially brings his hand back, cuts his hand in half, and the extremist heals everything.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh wow, you know, like,
yeah, it's really visceral. It's really good.
Right. Like, we know he's the Super Scroll at this point, right? Again, in the trailer, because it hasn't been revealed yet, but in the trailer we see he has group powers too. So I mean, like, you know, it's interesting to see like how all of this plays out.
I mean, I think that may have been a little bit extremist, but you know.
Just marginally.
So yeah, and my thing with it is, you know, they've been making a meal out of Gravik, really enjoying sugar.
Yeah.
And my take on that, so when we found out that he had the Extremis, I was like, is this because of Extremis? And I remembered Savarin, the guy that put on the iron, the guy that put on the Iron Patriot suit in Iron Man 3. That guy. So he was always chewing bubble gum.
Right.
And I was like, well, okay, so that's sugar. And then he's putting sugar in there. I was like, could it be because Extremis, it uses your brain it uses your energy to like regrow limbs, to heal and things like that. So you're using energy. Well, sugar can replenish that energy faster than like most anything. It doesn't do it for long, but it would give you that kick immediately of energy to keep you going. And so I was wondering if maybe that was a connection. There's no one says there's a connection. There's not a canon connection to sugar and Extremis, but I just feel like they're connected in some way.
Right. No, and I think you're right, because I mean, like, it makes sense, like metabolically,
yeah.
To that being something that can replenish that kind of thing, especially with like the way that Extremis works. It's a technically good theory. Speaking of theories, so it looks like, if not this week, but you know, by the end of the show, a theory that I have had since the beginning is going to be revealed, because at the end of the episode, we get a in-universe reference, and we pretty much almost solidify that Rhodey is a Skrull.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, like his voice. Like you can hear his voice.
Yeah, it's his voice.
Right.
I had a weird idea that because in the same episode, Talos just pretends to have Bob's voice. So he just changed his vocal cords to do Bob's voice. And so I thought, what if it's one of those like, haha, we're going to get him again, and we're going to do the fake out, hey, no, you're talking to me now. And it's not really Rhodey, because she wouldn't know who Rhodey is. She wouldn't know his voice. But if they're anticipating Fury's like skills, that he might be listening, that they might be doing it because of that. And that's not really Rhodey. It's somebody pretending to be Rhodey's voice, because she hasn't met this person yet. So
to expand on that, I think it is President Whitson who's imitating Rhodey, and the president's also a Skrull.
That could be a thing too. The only thing is, that, like, I feel like, kind of, we've been talking about this. Like, I don't think Ritson actually is a Skrull. I think that they're going to assassinate him, and that's how we end up getting
Ross.
That's how we end up.
I mean, I don't think he's going to survive the series.
Yeah, absolutely not. You know, there's a lot of signs pointing to Rhodey being a Skrull. Mostly being that he is somebody that's high up. He's inside of the president's cabinet. It seems like the Skrulls aren't trying to be the people who are actually the ones in the positions of power. They're trying to be the ones that are influencing the people that are in power. And James Rhodes, as a advisor to the president, makes the most sense to have somebody be that on there. Now, on top of that, how do you mess with Nick's head, right? Like, how do you mess with Nick's head?
Yeah.
Use somebody that is somebody who is supposed to be your friend and use them to fire you out of your position to take your
Yeah.
power away,
It's-
right?
yeah.
Like,
really
like
clever.
it makes a lot of sense that
Mhm.
Rhodey would be a scroll.
Oh yeah,
Mm.
I'm just
Oh,
saying
yeah.
that this could be another.
It could be
you
a
know.
fake out. There's a
could-
But yeah.
possibility.
I
Yeah.
think he is. I do
I
think Rhodey
do
is a
too.
Skrull.
That
But and
would-
I
I
think
really do
President
too.
Ritson isn't, and I think he's going to be framed as if he is. But
Right.
Mm.
Yeah.
We also thought that Maria Hill was going to come back at some point, and at this junction, if she does come back, I
hasn't.
think if she does come back, I think it's going to be like at the end of episode 5, going into episode 6.
Yeah.
for the final.
Right, because then that'll be like
Conclusion.
the reveal and be like, oh, Maria is still alive, and they
Mhm.
meant for us to believe that she's been dead for the last 4 episodes, right?
Right, right.
If not, and Maria Hill is actually dead, that sucks because Maria Hill is a good character, and I would love for her to come
Yeah.
back. I mean, like, there's also, there's proof that she's going to be coming back because she's also been announced for like 3 other projects. So, I mean, like, we know Maria Hill is coming back. It's just how is she coming back?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then also there's, the further we get into this, it could be variant Maria Hill.
Mm.
It could be
Good
something
point.
like that. I don't think with the Marvels, I don't think it's going to be, but with everything else, yeah, I think it might be variant Maria Hill.
Right. So going off on the end of this here, any predictions, guys? You guys have any specific predictions for Nick? Do we have any predictions? Again, like I just made a prediction on Maria Hill, but like any predictions that you guys think are going to happen in the next couple of episodes? Not just like who is going to be a scroll, but kind of just like where the story is going to go or what characters we might see. What might be next for Nick and Talos, and I mean it's pretty obvious that Gaia doesn't seem like she's the same character that's in the comic books. Does 100% seem like she is a double agent,
Mm-hmm.
And that she's working for her dad. Or again, I made this prediction 2 weeks ago that what if in the end you find out that Talos has been running the show from the shadows the entire time?
Right, like he's the actual like mastermind of it all.
Right.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That would
I
be
don't know.
interesting, and then that would be the perfect betrayal because Nick Fury and him are buds.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do the head thing.
Or you find out that the master is actually his what's her name, his wife.
Oh,
Soren.
Oh,
Yeah.
that'd be really.
Oh,
that'd be
yeah.
great.
Like what if
Yeah.
Soren is actually the one that's been there the entire time?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah. My kind of main scroll thing, kind of my overall was always John Walker. What is a scroll? Is a
Johnny
super
Mayo.
scroll, but he's a scroll.
Johnny
yeah.
Mayo, the most mayonnaise guy in existence.
Yep.
Okay, so I've been like not right about most of it. So little things here and there, I mean, I've gotten right, but for the most part, I'm like, I thought, oh, this is going to be this kind of thing, and it hasn't been that at all. I feel like we're not going to know what this story is about until the end. We're not going to know that. So right now we're just getting these puzzle pieces. The next piece is going to be, they know what that they've got infiltrators. So now they have to figure out how they're going to take them all out at the same time. What are they going to do? So I think that's what it's going to be. It's not going to be, we've had the, good versus bad guy conversation. We're not going to fight. We're not fighting here. We're just talking real mean like to each other.
And like I said, the only reason that I have a feeling that something's going to come up, something's going to happen with Soren is because in a lot of cases when a character dies off, that's it. And they just kind of like don't bring it up anymore, but they bring Soren up a lot.
Yeah, they bring it up a lot. Oh, good. She's a good one. Oh yeah, good role mom. Her mom. It's like every chance he gets, he talks about her. Like every chance.
Right. And especially that, like talking about how good she is and everything like that. Like, what if it turns out that Soren is the master? She's been the one behind everything, and that would be a complete betrayal.
God, I really like that.
Yeah, like that.
I was thinking that. I also think we're going to get to know Gravik more, and I think we're going to find out that that Nick and especially Priscilla / Farah were like adopted parents to him almost.
Right.
Ooh, yeah.
And then that's why it hurts so much for him. That's why he's on such a vendetta to just decimate Nick Fury, is because that's it. So I think we might see that more. I also think that this whole thing with Talos and Nick, I think that's coming to a head. I think because they've been bickering too much, like just needling at each other, and it's going to come to a head. They're going to either fight or fuck, and so I think it's going to be fight.
I think a lot of it too is also just they're revealing the type of like friendship and relationship that they have. This is the kind of argument you get into with your friend, and things like that. Like yeah.
Well, and you've got Nick, who's not, who's abandoned everything, and every single person he re-meets, they're like, either you're not ready for this, or why did you leave? Right. Tell me why you left. And he won't tell them. He won't tell them any of it. And it's because he like totally had his faith shaken. And we all know this. He did. He died. He was dusted.
It's also going to be really interesting to see when he finds out that Bara is not with him, and that she's basically spying for Gravik. Like she's his spy essentially. Right?
Yeah.
Insider spy.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting to see how Nick reacts to that. Like, especially knowing the way Nick Fury is.
Yeah.
He's hurt. He might just shoot her in the head.
Yeah, I mean, there's this is going to be dark. And it's not going to be like tied in a little bow at the end of the 6th episode. It's a launching pad for
we know the Skrulls are sticking around. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I definitely think that we're going to get that. There's more to just Gravik just being mad at Nick Fury. I think it's more personal than that. I think he feels personally abandoned. And so I think that's part of it. I think he wants everyone to feel pain like he's feeling pain.
Joker style.
Yeah. So yeah. That's fine.
So let's get some ratings, guys. Overall, let's do an overall for the first half of the season. What are your guys' ratings for the first 3 episodes of the show itself?
I'm going to give it 9.5 heaping amounts of sugar out of 10. Nobody calls me Nicks.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. I'm going to do 9 bobs out of 10 car arguments.
Okay.
I'm gonna do 8.5. No, I'm not gonna do 8.5. I'm not gonna do half of this. I'm gonna do 9. I'll up it to 9. I'll round it up. 9 beautiful, just amazing Dalmatians. I mean, the spot things on it's just gorgeous. They're gorgeous dog. Out of 10 Skrulls who just don't want to be involved in the war at all. They just want to live their lives and they're happy. They don't care about having their own home. They've built lives of their own and they just want everyone to stop fighting.
I'm going to give 9 unnecessary scroll reveals of people who don't matter to us out of 10 drunk Russians.
There you go.
10 drunk Russians on the wall. Oh.
10 shit-faced Russians.
Wait, that was the machine. Oh.
That is the machine. So with that all being said, guys, because we've had a whole bunch of fun.
Do we have merch?
You stole the word right from my mouth here because, ladies and gentlemen, we got merch, people. All of the merch. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've got merch. If you are interested in some distance nerding merch, all you got to do is message us, guys. We got merch. Hats are $35 each or $30 if you get multiple hats. Galaxy Gray is available right now. If you are interested in a distance nerding shirt, the shirt that neither myself or Frey are wearing right now, but we have.
I've got a Rocket and Groot shirt on right now, so I'm totally
it all
in brand.
falls onto me. Okay, I get it.
I've got a hitchhiker shirt, so
In my defense, left unsupervised. But if you are interested in a distance nerding shirt, you want some distance nerding swag, shirts are $20 if you're local to the Sacramento area, $25 if we got to ship it to you. All you got to do is hit us up on your social media of choice at Distance Nerding and let us know that you're interested in some merch. We'll get that merch out to you. Stickers are free. Just let me know you want stickers. I will shoot you some stickers. Now, Lucharillas. Let me tell you about the Lucharillas, guys, because if you are interested in some Lucharillas merch, let me tell you all about this. Head over to lucharillas.com and get yourself some Lucharillas merch. They got things like shirts and bottle openers and the bump boxes, all kinds of fun stuff, guys. Get in on that merch. And let's keep
merch around.
It's merch around. That's right. Keep the
merch.
party.
You gotta merch the company. Merch.
Also, Kyber Cave just did beards in their chair, so it is the half of Force's face and half of Graveyard's face on a t-shirt.
That's gonna be cool. And there's like stickers and stuff she's gonna do too. So it's gonna be fun.
It'll be fun.
But you can get all sorts of merch. And
right?
it doesn't have any of our faces on it, so it won't
And
scare
you
the
can
children.
buy us a taco.
Oh, he's getting into the tacos already. So the next thing we're gonna get into here, guys, is talk about our schedule. Okay. Now, of course, I didn't do it this Monday, but our schedule Mondays game streams are usually between 8 and 12. Now, I didn't do a game stream this week because I had to get Saturday off to do the con in Reno, which means when I have them give me a Saturday off, I have to work on Monday. So I had to work this Monday, so I wasn't able to do the game stream.
No.
I know, right? The game stream is 8 to 12. Now, I'm currently playing Jedi Survivor. I just beat the Dark Jedi dude, but it says there's 2 chapters left, so there's probably still more that I've got to do. I'm wondering, like,
and all of the side quests.
Spoilers.
Yeah, I know, right? But so going on there now. Tuesdays, the show you're watching right now, the download from 6:30 to 8:30. Of course, we're a lot a bit late today, but it's because we did a lot of trailers at the beginning of the show.
It was like we were in that Garth Brooks sketch from SNL.
Yeah. Thursdays, guys, the build from 6 to 8 on Twitch and YouTube. Come and hang out with your boy Young Phil, building Lego kits, talking with interesting guests, and hanging out and just getting nerdy, just getting real.
Boy.
Yeah, didn't you guys just meet somebody at Reno that you're having on already?
He gets threatened by me.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all get threatened by Frey, so if you don't see some of us,
my life is threatened.
the worst has happened.
Yeah, and the build. Yeah, I have been known to threaten a boy.
Or the whole crew.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Kaya, the daughter of Navarro, one of the daughters of Navarro.
Yeah, the man who doesn't want to be on the show anymore.
Oh my God, that is the name for the girls from here on out. The Daughters of Navarro.
There you
Daughters
go.
of Navarro.
That just sounds.
He's gonna start wearing like one of those red like cape things, and he's gonna want to like have a Mandalorian as a bodyguard or something. Let's not do that.
No, have a yellow jumpsuit.
Now the organization is the daughters or the sons of Navarro. Right? But Kaya, she said, "Hi, Faweep. which if you've ever heard her say my name, it's adorable.
It is. It is.
But girls, good to see you.
Go to bed.
But so this week, our guest on Thursday is filmmaker Dylan Brown from Horror Nerd Productions. Independent horror film. I just watched one of the films last night, and
How is it?
it was very different. But yeah, I mean, I definitely watched it. We're going to talk about it. But if you want to hear that conversation, come and hang out with us on Thursday. We're going to have him on and talk about his films and the production and everything.
Oh, those are the ones you were talking about earlier. That you watched some of the films that. Okay, all right. I'm up to speed now.
We were talking about earlier.
I am present for this conversation.
I know, right?
Now, guys, we got to get some pluggables. So I need everybody's pluggables here. Cam, let's go ahead and start with you. Give us your plugs.
Alrighty, my plug is Cam Cosplay Zero on Instagram. That's where you're also going to find my main. I've got a con coming up in about a week. Holy cow, time's flown. You can also catch me in the Nerdington Post, where I am posting most of the trailers and most news that happens.
Awesome. All right. Frey, give us your plugs.
Hey, I'm Frey. I'm here on Tuesdays, whenever they'll let me. And
whenever we let you, you live on this show as much as I do.
I know. And on Saturdays, I'm on Kyber Cave Productions Saturday Morning Nerd Out. And I do that. I also mod for Distance Nerding and also Kyber Cave Productions. We are pretty active on there. Usually Phil and I are talking about whatever we're watching together. On the spoilers only channel. It's just like, oh my god, did you see that? I just saw that. Oh my gosh, what happened? Yeah. How do you think about this? What do you think about that? So
if you're looking for a place to talk with people, like you want to talk about an episode and you're like, damn, I don't know who's talking about it, guarantee you me and Frey have watched it already. Come to the Discord and hear us.
I mean, I'm not active in that part of the Discord, but I've also probably watched it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You can absolutely any questions, or if there's something that you're like, hey guys, you mentioned this and I wasn't really sure what you were talking about. It's just ask us. I mean, on the Discord, someone will answer you pretty quickly. I mean, we're usually on it. I check it a lot because I'm checking other stuff. I have a mod on another one called the Nerd Haven, where it's New Rockstars got rid of their Discord. And so a lot of the refugees from that are there at the Nerd Haven. And so all the mods from New Rockstars are there as mods there. And we're just trying to keep the positive nerd community going on Discord as well.
All of them start hanging out with us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, Nerd Haven. Yeah. You guys want to go and hang out with another podcast?
Yeah. Well, it's not even affiliated with a podcast. It's just a Discord server. So there's no podcast affiliated with it or anything. So
find a way to get them into our server.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. So there's a self-promo thing on there as well. So I'll post all the stuff on there too. So they can see it.
Slowly add people from that one to ours. So they'd be like, what the hell's Distance Nerding?
Right. I'll put it in the self promo too. Like if they want to join, hey, you guys can join the Discord here too if you want.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've got people over there. So yeah, I mean, stuff happens. But yeah, so that's me. And as far as poundage, I don't know. So you'll have to do that.
What?
So I have no idea why you asked about plugs, because I just use the normal American plugs. I do have access to the English plugs, but the American plugs are the ones that I use the most. But I don't know what poundage they are, or no, wattage. Sorry, I said wattage. Poundage.
Yeah,
it's wattage.
Voltage.
Poundage sounded a little bit wrong. Just saying.
Yeah, I was like, this is dirty,
talking about poundage or something.
Okay, here's a question. How much sugar's been used in Secret Invasion so far?
A lot. So there's been a lot of sugar. But it's really, I'm just like, so in the second episode, he doesn't drink coffee, but he does chew a lot of gum in it. And that, I'm like, this is sugar. This is all sugar. So I just feel like that. I just think maybe he's the guinea pig and that's it. And Aldrich Killian, he chews a lot of gum in Iron Man 3, just like his compatriot does as well. So I don't know. There may be a sugar thing with it. I just think it just makes sense to me.
Well, you know what? It's sweet no matter what.
Thanks.
Speaking of, let's talk to Son of Frey here. Give us your pluggables, man. Anything you want to plug, whether it is social media or any programs or anything you want to do.
I am SHDU Studios on YouTube. I make short films and various things, usually nerdy stuff. Been doing a lot of stuff about constructed languages and conlings and stuff. Also, I hunt cryptids sometimes, so have fun with that. I am Liam Cunningham on Instagram, and I will be on Kyber Cave on Saturday as well. So.
Nice. All right. Well, guys, that is it from us. Of course, I'm your boy, Young Phil. You find us everywhere.
Are you? Are you not a scroll?
No, because I am the Temu version of Wade Wilson.
Yes.
Have something you want to discuss? Tell us what you're nerding out on, and make sure to let us know in the Facebook group, The Distance Nerdington Post. Now, guys, I say it all the time. If you really want to support the Distance Nerding Podcast, you want to support everything we do.
If you want our love and affection.
If you want our love and affection, because I do frequently try and buy your love. Ladies and gentlemen, join the taco party. Head over to distancenerding.com. Hit that button on the top left side right there. Join the taco party. Best way to support the show, because that allows us to continue to try and entertain you in the best way we can and fail miserably.
Are you not entertained?
Connect with us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, YouTube, Discord, MySpace, Friendster, OnlyFans. It's only pictures of Aaron Watson's feet in Mandels. Of course, Friendspace, Farmers Only, Christian Mingle, Mastodon. Tinder, Mastodon, Pterodactyl,
Blue Sky,
Pterodactyl.
Tyrannosaurus Rex, white tiger, all those places.
The Claw.
Don't forget, guys, we're also on Threads.
We are on Threads. That's right. You know what? I need to add that in here. We are now on Threads. Guys, everywhere that exists, all at Distance Nerding.
We're on Threads.
We're also on Vine for any of those who remember.
Oh God, Vine. We have the best vines. They're
huge. They're ginormous.
They don't have any tomatoes on them yet, but they will. Remember, you can email us if you want to let us know how much you hate this show, or how much you think that the show needs to be shorter. Or if you want to break up with your significant other for you,
I will do that.
We will do it.
We will do that.
Send us an email.
Anything you want.
Exactly. Send us an email at dist.
Are you gonna do it?
Ants nerding at AOL.com. Yes, I fell asleep. I'm sorry. We'll read on air, and why not? It's fun, right? So, guys,
we just might read it on air. We might throw it in the trash.
I'm gonna put little hearts around it. Little doodles.
I'll put it on the screen.
Do commentary on it?
No, we're definitely going to do commentary on it. We're
doing a 5-point breakdown of the email and grammar structure.
We're doing a deep dive right into the email right there.
Right. And, we can do one right now of Cam's last email that really just said that guy Cam should be on the show more. No, usually you're supposed to send that anonymously, but it said from Cam, and then right below it, that guy Cam could be on the show more. Like,
Wait, maybe I should send one that says, that Frey girl, that Frey girl person.
Right.
we should say,
Maybe she shouldn't be on there.
And I really love that.
I'm gonna send an email to ourselves.
That's just handsome visage of SHGU on the show. You should really have him more. Really, just
Yeah, we need to start phasing off Frey and bring in Son of Frey a little more.
Son of Frey.
Son of Frey. Zod. All right, it is now time for the dance party, guys. Woo! Let's get this going. Son of Frey, I don't know if you know what the dance party is.
Oh, I do.
All right.
I gave him such the tutorial.
Are you sure?
Well, let's get this going.
Distance nerding.
He's like legit dancing.
Oh, James did make it on.
See everybody next week.
Bye.
Bye.